Welcome to stream. How's everybody doing? Slay. Hey everyone. Hello, Pato and Jerry, and also Pasta is here too. Hello to my lovely lurkers. I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. She lives. She lives. I survived taking a weed. Real proud of that one. Real proud of that one. Hi. It's been a few days, purely because let me tell you what's been happening. So first of all, I've been knee deep in this personal project that I've been working on. Sorry, I'm also just now realizing that my PNG tuber has a tongue, which is canonically incorrect. That's crazy. I really do need to like go through and like not necessarily like rebrand, but like order new like character sheets and stuff with like really like hyper specific details, because like the tongue thing, like the hair thing, those are two like big like I don't want to say like discrepancies, but like sticking points that like I always have to like go through with artists and be like, okay, no tongue, the hair works in this highly specific way, and then it's still like a gamble as to whether or not they get it right, which I don't blame them for. Technically, it is my character sheet that is wrong. My primary reference is wrong, but yeah, it is what it is. That's the big thing for this year. The big goal is a new character sheet, not a nice, shiny, expensive one. But anyway, hey everybody, welcome to stream. Hi Pippi, hello Cherry, how's it going? How have you been? Um, it's great to be back live and also sober. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm kind of doing this stream because I kind of felt obligated to stream just because it's been a while since I've streamed. Um, like obviously I think y'all are great. It's nothing against you guys, but like I've just been like I've been in the trenches. So as I was saying, I've been kind of knee deep in this personal project. So like if I usually I'll know if I'm going to stream by like early afternoon. I've been good. Currently reading Percy Jackson and the Olympians because of the new Disney Plus series that's currently airing. I have actually never read Percy Jackson. When I was a kid, I was not into Harry Potter. I was not into Percy Jackson. I didn't really go through like a fantasy phase. I was super into paranormal stuff. So I read a lot of books about ghosts. Um, I read a lot of Mary Downing Hahn, who was like a really like popular author of like ghost stories in like the 90s and 2000s. Um, Anyway, so I've been like knee deep in this personal project, and generally I know if I'm gonna stream. Normally, I'll know if I'm gonna stream by like early afternoon on any given day. Um, I don't always like update. I don't always say like, "Hey, we're gonna stream tonight," because I do have stuff come up. Gotta read it. It's like Harry Potter. If it was good and made by someone who was based instead of cringe. Okay, noted, noted. Um, I thought you were based. I thought you were my little pog champ, but you were cringe. I don't always say like, "Hey, there's gonna be a stream tonight," because I know stuff comes up. My energy takes a beating. It's also about Greek mythology and stuff. It's about Greek mythology. Jesus Christ. It's about Greek mythology, which I've heard is a real hit with the gays. Um, I don't always say whether or not this is going to be a stream because stuff comes up. Like my energy tends to like tank sometimes, but generally I have a good idea and I start sort of putting the spoons away to be able to stream by like early to mid afternoon on a given day. Um, Lately, though, I've kind of gotten back onto taking my medicine regularly. I wasn't taking it regularly like around Christmas time because I needed to ration it out a little bit, but now I'm like back to like taking it every day and like going through the fucking miserable ass side effects. Um, but basically, if I don't set aside the energy to stream, then you get what you get today, where I'm just like super fucking low energy. Not at all like the Pippi personality is fucking gone. Like you're getting like half Pippi today. But this week when I have been putting aside the energy to stream, hey Collie, I was on TikTok and every indie author is harassing my For You page and I want to buy books, but I have to finish all my current ones. You could treat your book collection like I treat my video game collection. Buy a bunch of games, finish none of them, and then buy more. It's really simple if you boil it down, Collie. Also, I didn't know you were into reading. That's really cool. Um, so like, but lately what's been happening is I've been getting like my ass beat by hyperfocus. Um, so I will set aside energy to stream. I'll be like, okay, today I'm gonna stream just because it's been a little bit. I'll even plan out what to do, and then I'll like literally sit down at my desk. The hyperfocus will kick in, and I will sit down and rot in front of like personal projects for like hours. That's one thing that I'm working on. The first day I worked on it for 11 straight hours, and then like 6 hours the next day, and like several more hours the day after that. Like just like putting the fucking work in. And it's not something I want to like do while streaming, like stream and do this thing at the same time. So I'm just kind of fucked because I like look down at the clock and like it's like night and I haven't eaten. That's the other thing that's hard is eating. Um, I take my ADHD medication, suppresses my appetite. So it's like I could eat, I know I'm hungry. Well, I don't always know if I'm hungry. Um, and then I have all this like stomach issues and shit. I don't always know if I'm hungry, but then even if I do know I'm hungry, I like the idea of like putting food in my mouth is just really disgusting. Like I don't want to eat. I don't want like to eat anything and like forcing it makes me feel gross. Um, so yeah, like just like my medicine like putting me through it. And I think it wouldn't be so bad if it hadn't been a little bit since I was consistently taking it and it wasn't also like that time of the month. So that's great. Everything's great. I went to bed early last night because I was in pain. I was like horizontal with the lights off by like 9:30. Um and then um I had a horrible nightmare that woke me up at like 1:30, 1:45 in the morning. But because I'd already been sleeping for like 4 hours, I like briefly woke up for a little bit. And then when I tried to fall back asleep, like it was like I'd just taken a nap and I was like, I could feel myself having a hard time falling back asleep. And I was like, you bitch, like you cannot do this to me. Um, Luckily though, it wasn't too bad. I was able to stave off my cramps with by like keeping the heating pad like in my bed, and then if I woke up after the timer turned off, I would just turn it back on. Um, because for the first like 72 hours of my period, this is probably horrible for my liver. Like my liver is probably, I think it's kidneys actually. This is probably horrible for my kidneys. My kidneys are like probably like screaming and crying and throwing up and clawing down my door right now. Um, but like I am never not on like copious amounts of ibuprofen. Um, like the first like 72 hours. I have my period. After that, I'm fine. After that, maybe I'll need it. Maybe I won't. Um, but like for the most part, I can like function. That first 72 hours though, like beat my ass. I could have sworn I told you before. Kali, it is like 100% likely that you did tell me that you like to read before. And I just forgot. It's not that I don't appreciate y'all. I just have the attention span of a goldfish. So real sorry about that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of just like doing the stream because I feel like I should stream because I really try not to let more than a week go by without streaming. And I think what was our last stream? My last stream Friday or Saturday? God, I don't fucking remember. God, I don't remember. Anyway, it's snowing outside again. So like last time we were talking, I was fucking blazed and it was snowing. This time I'm not blazed. It was Friday, 6 days ago. Oh, almost. I almost failed, but I did it. I'm here. Hello, everybody. I thought it was Friday because I wanted to do it on a Friday. Yeah, whatever. Um, what was I talking about? Oh, I love it when I just sometimes even when you're on medication for ADHD, sometimes you still have bad fucking days where it's like everything is like twisted and upside down and you don't know where you are. Um, yeah, this time here I am. I'm sober and it's snowing again. Um, it's been fucking cold here. Like all of December was super mild and I was really afraid. So we get June bugs here. For those of you who don't know what a June bug is, they're generally harmless, I think, but if I'm not mistaken, they lay eggs in the ground um, at the end of like summer or something, or like I don't fucking know. The point is they lay eggs in the ground, and basically like it doesn't like kill all of them, but you have to have like at least one or two like good deep freezes in order to kill off like the June bug larvae, like freeze them to death. So that way, like the June bug numbers are manageable, um, in the summer when they like hatch and they become bugs, because they're not like harmful, but they're super annoying. Like they're super annoying. And um, if you have a mild winter, they will just they'll be everywhere. Like they'll be everywhere. Like just insane. Um, thumping up against like glass doors. If you have like glass doors or windows or whatever, you'll just hear them like thumping like against the glass throughout the night because they're stupid. And they're gross. They're like cicadas where like they're not deadly. They won't hurt you, but they're like ugly. Like they're ugly and gross. Those are the kinds of bugs that I hate the most. Like I feel like everybody is kind of eeped by spiders unless you think they're cool. Like I'm kind of like spiders are kind of gross. Like if I see a spider, I'll kill it. Um, you don't you don't eat ugly bugs? No. No. Um, yeah, like spiders, like unless you think they're cool, it's very common to like be creeped out by them. I'll kill a spider. Frogs are strange. You're strange. Listen, okay? I'm more than a frog, okay? I am a manifestation of all human happiness, satisfaction, and chaos. All right, and back up a little bit. Um, but like for me, it's like crickets, June bugs, cicadas, but like big cicadas. Cause like when I was a kid, I used to collect cicada shells. Um, finding a cicada shell or like watching a cicada molt, I think is really cool. Um, but like actually like seeing a cicada like crawling around, especially where there's not supposed to be one. So have you guys heard that this summer is going to be miserable because there's two colonies of cicadas that are like coming out of hibernation at the same time, and it's like kind of a rare thing. But because they're coming out of hibernation at the same time, there's going to be cicadas fucking everywhere. Um, something really similar happened several years ago, and I was with my mom. It was in the summer, and we were going to a strawberry festival. I never heard of that. I've seen notes here and there, like cicada colonies. There's like specific cicada colonies that scientists divide them into, and like they hibernate for a number of years. I think it's like a cycle of 7 years or something before like cicadas start migrating or whatever. I don't know everything there is to know about cicadas, but I'm sure there's somebody who's super interested in cicadas who'd be willing to fill you in with all the details. But the point is, cicada season is going to be bad this year, according to scientists. And something very similar happened several years ago, where my mom and I were in the car. We were going to a strawberry festival, and at that strawberry festival, like the cicadas were so loud that you almost couldn't like hear like the people around you or like any music that they were playing. There were so many of them. They were literally like these like fat bullets, like just like zooming through the air. Um, I mean, I remember like vaguely like having a good time, but like obviously like I could have done without like that many cicadas. But anyway, while we were on our way there, we were almost there, and one of them flew into the car, and like landed on my mom's foot or something, and she like freaked out so bad that we had to like pull over because they're huge, they're fat and ugly. Like cicada, like some bugs are just like hideous to look at. So I'm not a big fan of June bugs, not a big fan of cicadas, and I'm not a big fan of crickets. Crickets are the big one. I hate crickets. Like cricket, everything about a cricket is just miserable. Like I don't step on crickets on site, especially if they're like outside, whatever. Like the small crickets, fucking whatever. Like I don't like them. I don't like anything that jumps. I don't like them, but you know, they're fine. They're not hurting anybody. I once, a couple years ago, though, was laying in bed and I heard like, my bedroom used to be like a bachelor pad. I used literally like my mattress was on the floor and my trash was like a shopping bag that I that I kept next to my bed. Um and that was kind of it. I think maybe I had a desk across the room where I would do homework, but that was kind of it for my room. Um but I woke up one night and there was like something was like shuffling near my like trash shopping bag. And I was like that's like too consistent for it to just be like gravity or like maybe like a random like gust from the AC is like shifting it. That's like too it's too rhythmic. So I got up, I turned on the lights. It was a camel cricket. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm not going to show any pictures on stream, but a camel cricket, you can Google this. It is a fat fuck cricket. Like these things are huge. They're massive, and they have super long antenna. They're terrifying. They're so creepy. Again, I don't think they're dangerous, but they're just like unsightly. Like they're ugly. I hate looking at them. Like something about your average like camel cricket. Ew, like just ew. Like they make me like don't like that at all. Um, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I got on this topic of bugs because it was fairly mild all through December. Like all through December, it was like light jacket weather. Like it was like global warming at its. I don't like bugs speaking with. Neither do I. Global warming was global warming. All through December. November, it like maybe snowed once or twice, but December was extremely like concerningly mild. Then, over the last couple weeks that it's, through the new year, we've gotten like two like super deep freezes where it's been like in the negatives. Um, just like so cold that you walk out and everything hurts. Like so cold that like the snow is just like freezing and like rock solid ice. Like the roads have been terrifying to drive on because nobody's like cleaning them up. It's like getting cold and then warm, so like the snow is melting a little bit, but then it's freezing over again, so it's just a solid block of like die if you step on it ice. Um so allegedly that's supposed to happen again. And as a person whose job relies mainly on like driving around a lot, it is a little bit concerning. Um because Tuesday was probably the most terrifying day behind the wheel I've ever had in my life. It snowed again, and nobody had done any prep. Like nobody at all. Um, which I don't know how it is in other states, but in the state that I live in, the what would you call it? The branch that is responsible for taking care of the roads during the winter. They are notoriously dog shit. Like nobody here has high opinions of what like the organization responsible for, you know, salting the roads or like treating them. Um this is a complaint every year. They're never prepared. In Colorado, we're generally pretty good at keeping roads sometimes clean. Yeah. You get a lot of snow in Colorado, don't you? Isn't that like generally kind of cold because you're like up in the mountains? I wouldn't know. I've been to Colorado once. I went to Denver for spring break, I think sometime in high school. It was a lot of fun. Good art museum there. Fucking great art museum there. Um, we don't salt our roads. I think there's a combination of like salting and I think there's some like chemical treatment. Get a decent amount of snow in January. Yeah, where I live, snow is hit or miss. Sometimes we'll get absolutely wrecked. Sometimes it'll feel like spring. Your job does the chemical treatment? That's crazy. You should try drinking it. I'm kidding, don't do that. Um, Sometimes we'll get wrecked. Sometimes it'll feel like spring for 3 months. Generally, though, the worst of it for us doesn't come until February or March. There have been times where it has snowed like as late as mid-March here. And that shit is miserable because March is around the time where I start to get really sick of cold weather. March and September for me are such bad months because in September I am sick of summer. I need the heat to go away. If I wanted to commit suicide, I would do it in front of the White House. You know what? Power to you. Power to you. I would not like to travel to DC again. Though last time I went to DC, I technically did it by bus, so it was extra miserable. You could just take a plane if that was if you so pleased. Not that I think that you should do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's always a great day to turn things around and have a great day. Fuck. Anyway, moving on. Well, shit, I forgot what I was talking about anyway. So yeah, I guess we really are moving on. Something snow. Anyway, it's snowing today. Um. Oh yes, bringing it back around. We had a really mild December, so I was worried that it wouldn't get cold enough to freeze the June bug larvae and kill the June bug larvae. But now it's been like single digit negatives, like not even breaking 20 degrees for like days, almost nearing weeks. So you know, please don't have like a bad bug year this summer. Besides the cicadas, I know the cicadas gotta wake up, they gotta stretch, they gotta migrate, whatever. Fine. Um, if the cicadas are gonna be shit, that's a cicada problem. That's okay. They don't always do that, so they have permission to continue to live and reproduce. But I don't want any June bugs because they're gross. Yeah. No on a bad June bug here, please. We had one a couple years ago. It was bad. It was awful. They were in like piles. It was bad. Anyway, so yeah, it's moral of the story is it's fucking cold. Winter has finally arrived. Winter has finally arrived, and it will probably be here until like March. And I'm not looking forward to it, but I do appreciate having my 4 seasons. Um, Honestly, I've been in a lot of pain for the last couple days. Like, I'm kind of thinking about maybe going and like having an edible, but like not as nearly as much as I like took for last stream, and then just like streaming until it kicks in, and then logging off so that I can go laugh a little bit too hard at TikToks and fall asleep. Sounds like a good plan, actually. I'm kind of hoping. Listen, January for my job is a really slow month. I won't get into specifics because I don't want to like talk about what I do for work. But January for me is a really slow month. You gotta double up from your last stream. Collie, shut up. Shut up. Literally last stream, like moving my eyes from one monitor to another made me feel like the world was spinning. Like that was insane. The fact that I was even able to play Fall Guys, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Um, but yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna do that. Hold on. I'm gonna go have a weed. Chris, is that a weed? I'm calling the police. Call into work tomorrow and just go crazy. Honest to God, I cannot afford to do that. If you keep playing high, I'll just get better at playing sober, like what Goku does. Playing sober is like me taking off my weighted clothes. Anyway, I'm gonna get through the process of eating this because I don't actually like the process of eating edible. Like, it fucking sucks. Isn't it just like eating a brownie? First of all, mine aren't brownies, but like the point still stands that like you're not gonna find an edible that like doesn't taste even like a little bit like weed. And I hate like the taste and the smell of weed. Sometimes I get hungrier for no reason. I have like, I don't know. I've been having that issue with food lately where it's just like I know I'm hungry, but like I don't want to eat. I don't like feel any drive to eat. So like the act of eating feels really gross. Um I know it's because of my medication, but by the way, have my meds worn off? I think my meds have worn off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've worn off by now. I'm good to take this edible. Let me turn my Spotify down. So I throw on some music so you guys aren't bored. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not doing the Live Now playlist. We're just gonna play Sonic music. Here we go. We'll just keep it with Casino Park. I love Casino Park. Okay. Cool. Sonic music engaged. Turn it down just a hair though. Just a hair. Okay. Sometimes I would rather just not eat. Yeah, I mean, I can certainly relate to that sometimes. I gotta finish this short story, but it's been beating my behind. Oh, that's cool. You write also? I also used to write. Hell yeah, brother. Fuck it up, Pato. I don't remember what I was talking about before. I was talking about the fucking weed. I suppose so. Yeah, no, I used to write all the time. Good luck, man. Finish it out. I love writing, to be quite honest with you. I'm asleep. It might snow again, so I gotta wake up early. Okay, good night, Golly. Be safe. Drive safe. Be safe at work. All that jazz. I will be here. I will certainly be here. Oh, yeah. You're talking about edibles. You're not gonna find one that like doesn't taste like weed. Whether it's like, doesn't really matter what it is. I just don't like the way it, like, it's, ugh. I don't like it. I like tasting it. I don't like smelling it. It's just yucky to me. It's yunky. So like when I do that kind of stuff, I try to do it like as fast as possible and then like get back to my life. Wait for it to like kick in and shit. Okay. God, I'm just looking at chat and I'm seeing like all your like sub badges. Thank you guys so much. Like it means a lot to me that you guys would like go out of your way to like be subscribed to me. That like, I don't know, that's really special to me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Basically, man, what was I talking about? I feel like I'm like trying to lead myself back to like a conversation topic that I didn't have. Like I wasn't on to some like grander point and then got like sidetracked. I just didn't have a point to begin with. Let's do housekeeping real quick. It's been like 40 minutes, so it's plenty of time for the people to come in. Thank you all so much for coming by. My streams will always be free to access, free to watch, but if you are feeling generous and it's financially safe for you to do so, you can pass me some money dollars at !tip or !donate in chat. That will give you a link to my stream elements where you can send me a funny message with text-to-speech. It is her first day. Don't make her say bad words. She's very nervous. I just realized that I forgot to properly set my sound alerts so that I could hear them if you activate them. Anyway, if you'd rather know exactly where your money is going, you can check out my Throne wish list. Anything exceeding $35 is 100% crowdfunded, so you can pitch in as much or as little as you'd like, and there are some stuff on there that will help me improve the quality of the streams. So thank you very much to anyone who feels like doing that. If you would like, if you have any artists in chat, you can post any stream-related art to hashtag Cryptograph on Twitter. I try to check that. I keep saying that I'm gonna like check it on stream and then I forget to, so people, like, if you make art, please yell at me so that I will look at it. I do not mind. I love seeing how this fan works. It makes me so happy. Actually, every piece of fan art that somebody makes me, I keep it in a folder on my computer. I literally have every single Pippi fan creation like saved like on my PC. It's very special to me. So if you make art, please draw my attention to it. It really makes my day. You can post it as hashtag Cryptograph and I will retweet it if I see it. So yes. Speaking of Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. Frogberries spelled exactly the same way it is here. I try with Twitter, man. I try to be social. I try to post. But yeah. Honestly though, if I try to make Twitter like a good place to get like channel updates and stuff. I do have more of a follower count on Twitter. However, I think it's more accurate to say that like a lot of the big detailed updates and notifications for when I'm live, when important things are happening, you're gonna get that through Discord. So please hop into the Discord. You can see the various channel goals for 2024 and interact. It's not too wild in there, so if you're just looking for a place to chill out, have somewhat of a quiet community of fellow gay people and shit posters, that's what we've got going on. The Chad Pet is a very sweet place to be. I think that's it. Thank you all for coming to stream today. Please enjoy my senseless rambling. I started the stream really hoping that it would like lead me somewhere, like I could segue into like playing a video game or watching some videos, but I honestly don't think that's gonna happen. Like I think I'm just gonna sit here, I'm gonna yap for like 2 hours, and then we're gonna go raid somebody. As a gay person and shit poster, I can confirm the Chad Pet is pretty based. There you go. Speak with one of our satisfied customers. I am trying to get the Discord numbers up, just cause I'm kind of planning to do some event stuff in there this year. Make the Discord presence a bit larger than the Twitter presence. I'm thinking of doing a movie night in there soon. Watching some freaking... I think we decided on Shrek a couple streams ago. I don't remember what was said, but I was like, hey, would you guys watch Shrek with me? And the answer I got was a resounding yes. So we may or may not watch Shrek soon. So yeah. Go on the Discord. It's me, I'm the satisfied customer. I'm so satisfied customing right now. Yeah, there you go. You heard it here first. Yeah, so that's it for housekeeping. Thank you for coming. Click on my links, make my numbers go up. I fucking love Sonic Heroes. If they Sega could literally charge like $75 for a copy of Sonic Heroes that is completely unchanged, except they improved the snappiness of the controls. Like, it no longer controls like butter, and they could do like put the disc in there with a little bit of like spit, and hand it to me and say, "Fuck you, give me $75," and I probably would, because I love Sonic Heroes. Like, Sonic Heroes it's so baller. Like, it's so baller. Last time we wanted to watch Shrek, and then I mentioned how I'd never seen it, so we decided yes, I remember now. Yes, Cherry has never seen Shrek, so we have to watch Shrek together. That's the plan. Plan is Shrek. At some point, we will watch Shrek. Keep getting notifications from people who are alive. That's not true. That's the notification for something else. Never mind. What was I talking about? Shrek. Shrek. At some point, we're watching Shrek. It would be really cool if we could have like different days for like watching the different Shrek movies. It'd be nice. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. I don't know how I would direct movie nights though, because I know not everybody. I don't participate in a lot of things. Here's the problem. Here's my secret. Let me break this down to you. I am super awful because as a streamer, as a content creator, I do not watch live stream content ever. Like, I rarely, if ever, watch live streams. Whether it's like creators I like or like creators I'm not too into. Like, I follow a ton of people on Twitch that I just do not watch because I don't watch streamers. And additionally, I hate community discords. I've tried to be part of like community discords, like for content creators or for like series that I'm like a fan of, and it just never works out, and I just get annoyed by all the notifications, so I end up leaving. So like, I don't really have a lot of experience being part of these communities, so I'm not entirely 100% on how to direct a community of my own. Like, I'll like literally have to Google like how to have Discord movie night. I was joining the server for the emotes. Honestly, Pato, you're so fucking real. That is the reason why I'm like into as many community like servers as I am, is because like I'm hoarding emotes. Like, I'm hoarding emotes like a bitch. As soon as I join, I instant mute. Yeah, no. I'm not part of too many Discord servers, but I have a couple that I care about, because so I'm a fan of like a super niche series, and this Discord server that I'm in posts whenever there's news about the series from like either Japanese or English sites. So I'm part of this server for that. I'm part of a couple other servers. I'm part of the Free Roam Sunrise server because I want to know when Free Roam Sunrise drops. You know, I'm part of the Moe Can Change Discord because I play Moe Can Change, but I'm not really sure why I'm still in. Huh. Why am I in here? I don't know. Anyway, and then literally all of the rest of like the servers that I'm in that aren't like personal servers, like servers like it's just like me and the boys, I've shoved it in a folder titled emote hoarding. Yeah. And it's because I'm just there for the emotes. All of them are muted. The only thing I do is I'll like hover over the little like folder and I'll right click and I'll hit like mark folder as red. Like that's all I do over there. So yeah. Literally the only movie night that I've been a part of on Discord was the movie night that Common had in his Discord a couple months ago. You know, it was fun. The only problem is that like I love talking through movies. Like, I'm not like disruptively chatty, I don't think. But like I am such a big fan of like, you know, you guys know when you watch videos of me looking at like YouTube, I will like, you know, like insert like opinions or like theories or where I think things are going. Like Sometimes like I wouldn't like pause like on a movie night, but like when I'm watching YouTube, I like pause the video and like I'll like talk. I'm fluent in Japanese, dogs. Like that's what it is. I'm a bitch who loves to talk, and I love spending time with people by watching things with them, like movies, TV shows. Like I love like sharing like video essays with people. I have like a big old pocket of video essays that I just fucking adore, that I just like throw at people like, hey, this is like 2 hours, please sit with me and like watch this 2-hour video. Like to me that's like peak bonding. Watching videos or like movies or TV, consuming media that other people like, sharing media that I like with other people, to me that's like peak. That's like cream of the crop. Like you literally like that is like, I don't know, I can't really name a way that I enjoy more to like spend time with people. Besides like watching like the people I love most in this life like play video games. Like that's it. That's all there is. Like so I've just, because that is something that I value so much, that I like enjoy so much, like I just have become accustomed to like chatting through it, because like I have thoughts and feelings, other people have thoughts and feelings, but the thing about movies is that not all people are into that, so people get really annoyed by that. So like, I don't know, like I don't think my community is quite big enough that the turnout to a movie night would be, you're kind of base for that one, Pipster, thank you. I don't think my community is quite big enough that I would have to require like people mute. Just like if people like want to like chatter about the movie, like absolutely, like go for it. But I do worry. I worry about too much like dead silence. I worry about the two extremes. Either like I'm talking too much, or like there's like too much dead silence. Because I'm trying not to talk. And like it's awkward and it goes horribly and I have to quit streaming as a result. I'm being a little bit hyperbolic, but hello Shadow the Hedgehog OST. I love Shadow the Hedgehog. I would love to play Shadow the Hedgehog on stream. Did I say on screen? That's crazy. Maybe would the silence really be dead if there's a whole ass movie there? I mean, I guess, but like, I don't know, like, if it's just gonna be quiet except for the movie, you may as well have just like pulled up ye old streaming service and watched it yourself. Like there's no point in having the movie night. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We'll figure something out. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. First one will be Shrek for sure, no matter what. But yeah. There's a lot for you to fucking work out. There's a lot to work out where Domathon rewards are concerned as well. I think though I'm like gradually working through it. Not a lot has changed since my last update to y'all, but we're working through it. Slowly but surely. If it's not already done, it's on the calendar. I think the only things that I so far like don't have any like progress on are like the merch, the karaoke stream, and the ringtone and like alarm tone set. And those are purely because I want to make sure. Pop for a split second. This is Devil May Cry 4 song. Nope, this is Westopolis from Shadow the Hedgehog for the Nintendo GameCube. But yeah, I want to like make sure absolutely everything else is out of the way, because those three things are like bigger projects. So I want to make sure everything else is out of the way so I can like dedicate like big focus to them. Big focus moment. So yeah, that is about it. I think I'm like paranoid about being perceived as somebody who just like took y'all's money and ran, because like I feel like every time I pop on stream I gotta like give you some kind of update about that. So I hope it doesn't feel like I'm being too like like I'm talking about it all the time, but I just want to like make sure y'all are like 100% clear on like where I'm at with things. I think I like did the Donathon shit like too close to like the completionist drama that like came out, where it was like, oh my god, like he was raising all this money and then it turned out he was literally just like letting it rot in a bank account while telling everybody else that it was donated, blah 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 blah. Hello again, Shadow the Hedgehog soundtrack. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I received Shadow the Hedgehog for Christmas one year, and my sister and I were like obsessed with it. Like we played Shadow constantly. And I don't think I would have like that same like joyful experience as I did back then if I played the game now, but I gotta say, there's something so good about its soundtrack. It feels like, with some rare exceptions, it doesn't matter like the quality of the Sonic game, the soundtrack like always hits, like it always goes off. Oh, everything is playing in the order that it's playing in because like it's not shuffled, so shit. That's fine. That's fine. Fun fact, Shadow the Hedgehog was the first Sonic game that Penny Snapcube from Snapcube ever played. I know that! She said that in her Sonic Unleashed playthrough with Marka Toto. That's a good playthrough, by the way. I cannot more highly recommend Snapcube's Sonic Unleashed playthrough. It's so good. It's so good. Like that's I'll be quite honest, I'm not like totally as caught up as I used to be with all things Snapcube. But that's some quality shit. Like that's so good. Yeah. Shadow's cool. I like Shadow. I honestly think the fact that Pluto doesn't, there's only multiple videos of her actually, but yeah, the Unleashed playthrough is the most recent type of shit. Yeah. It's really fucking good. I can't remember where I like first heard her say that, but yeah, most recently she said it in her Unleashed playthrough, which is good. Unleashed is very good. Good game, that one. Christ, what was I talking about? Anyway, yeah, I think the fact that Pluto doesn't like Shadow the Hedgehog is like a red flag, to be quite honest. Sonic, I'm hungry! Oh my god, it's really easy for me to sort of lose sight when I have big savings goals. I struggle to meet them sometimes because how easy it can be when the numbers you're shooting for are so big to lose sight of the reason like why you're like trying to work so hard and put together all this money. Me, as I'm like trying to work towards moving out, I would love to be able to go like as crazy every stream as I do on the streams where I am left to my own devices. Like if I were not kind of inhibited by my noise level, I just feel like I could bring a lot more like variety and like energy, like, and you know, like activity to stuff. Because another thing that I'd love to do, cooking streams. I'd love to do a cooking stream. I could not ever do a cooking stream in the situation I'm in now. But yeah, I just yeah, can't wait. Like making my streams like better is like one like my like driving forces for like literally everything. Because I found that like when I get into like super bad moods, streaming like really helps me through that. It like gives me something to do, or like I have a directive and a mask and like a purpose, and like something structured to do regularly. That's not like draining like work or like requiring like a lot of like output of like technical skill, like drawing or something. I have a lot of like, when I get upset I have a lot of like vent art ideas, but I'm not the kind of person who makes a lot of vent art, because the energy required to like sit down and like really like, you know, put the work into it Just like it drains me more than anything else. But like streaming for me, I hop on and I do my little dance and I make my chat laugh, and it, like, you know, it helps me out a little bit emotionally. It's a good process that I can like fall back on to be, you know, as structured as I want it to be, like, as, you know, I'm very much like in control of the vibe. Yeah, and so like it tends to help me through like big, like difficult times. And I don't remember why I started going on and on about that, but like, yeah, I like making this experience more like visually, audibly, like vibes wise, like more like pleasant and like interactive for you guys is often like a big motivator for like things that I do unrelated like in my life that I could then tie back to you know, my streaming, you know, my streaming as a whole. I was gonna add another word in there. I was gonna throw a noun in there, but fuck it. My streaming as a whole. Haha, Pippi, you are a frog, not a hole. Haha, you stream as frog, not asshole. God, my lips have been so fucking dry lately. Anyway, what have I been doing this week, to be quite honest with you? Besides, like, the stuff that I told you about earlier, working on that personal project, getting terrified on the roads. Somebody say hole? Kind of based. Haha, hole? Like what you do when there's sex happening? Haha. Oh God, I've been having issues. There is, for the past like 2 days, there's been a vein in my foot that I can feel like under my skin, and it's really bothering me. Can we get pogs in chat for hole, guys? Come on, get some pogs for hole. It's like one of those. It kind of almost feels the same way like the tag on the back of your shirt feels, where it's something so small, like it's just so small, but your brain is aware of it, and it's like driving you insane. I know it's just because I overexerted myself, and I just need to like rest, and not like go so hard while I'm like stimming or whatever. But still, it's like I knew these consequences were coming, but the fact that they're here really, really, really does make me want to complain. And y'all know more than anyone else that I'm a fucking master at complaining. I'm a bitch who loves to bitch, for real. Stop filling silence with like, it's okay to like have like a moment of dead air, like a little bit of dead air is like not at all a problem. I need to be able to like bask in the silence of the cosmic wall from Sonic Adventure 2. Hell yeah. I was totally guessing what stage this track was from, and I got it right. Fuck, Pippi, I need to actually work on art now. My time slacking around is over. I'm so sorry, Pato. You can keep me on in the background, and I'll like say vaguely inspirational things every time you start to get distracted. If you need a break, just like create a new layer and draw penises all over the piece. I think that works. I need to get back into watching Zeta Gundam. I watched the original Gundam last summer. I think. Hee peentis. In the club, straight up jorking it. And by it, I mean my peentis. I watched the original Gundam sometime last year, and it was literally incredible. I loved it so much. But I think I burnt myself out a little bit because I blew through 40 episodes of Mobile Suit Gundam in 2 weeks, which is an unheard of speed for me. Like, that's absolutely insane. But so I started watching Zeta Gundam, and there was a lot of things that I really loved about Zeta Gundam. Here they put Yuri in the new Gundam. Yeah, Yuri Gundam. It fucking ruled. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, very, very, very interested. in Yuri Gundam. I'm very interested in the kissing robots. Because that's what happens in Gundam, guys. Gundam is actually about kissing. And any anti-war messages you may see between the lines of your average Gundam story, ignore it. It's not intentional. You should be thinking about how much kissing could be happening. I would either, but I'd like to someday. Yeah, me too. I need to get back to watching Zeta Gundam because there's a lot of things that I loved about Zeta Gundam that were just vast improvements over Gundam 79. Like the space backgrounds. Oh my god, the space backgrounds, so good. And Zeta Gundam is also in that like sweet spot of like 80s anime where it's like everything just looks cozy as shit. Like everything looks cozy, everything looks nostalgic. There is something about the original Gundam that it's like an instant comfort for me. I don't like older anime. Like I've watched but not finished Sailor Moon. I read Yu Yu Hakusho. I used to watch a lot of Dragon Ball. But when it comes to like classic anime, like the late 90s is kind of the cutoff for my interests generally. So for me to enjoy a show like from like 1979 is kind of insane for me. Like it's a little bit unheard of. As a person who used to be a fan of Voltron, I couldn't even make it through like the original Voltron because I think there is a level of dullness to like older cartoons that I can't really put my finger on, but it's just like it's not very interesting to me. Gundam not like kidnapped my attention. Like Gundam kidnapped my attention and held it until I finished. And it's really good. And it was like, you know, like it's corny, but like not in a way that takes you out of the experience. Like everything that show has to offer is part of its charm. I could not speak enough praise about Gundam 79. But anyway, yeah, Zeta Gundam has like such like it's like if Gundam 79's aesthetics were like taken like to like the next level. Like it's divine, like sitting there just watching like anything happen in that show. But I think I just went into it too quick, and like the idea of like the process of like getting to know a new protagonist and like sitting through his like insufferable moments until he, you know, comes around to like improving as a person. Like it's just like it turned me off a little bit because I think I just jumped into it a little too fast. It is looking like the music is a little loud. Turn it down just a hair. Another one we should play. I think we've actually played many hours of Sonic Adventure 2 on multiple occasions on this channel, but I don't think we've played nearly as much of the original Sonic Adventure, and I think we need to change that. Because like when it comes down to things, there are certain things about Sonic Adventure 2 that are like so close to my heart. I've told y'all about the story of how I came around to playing Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time, how I didn't think it was a real game, and then I found out it was a real game, and I played it. Sorry, those are my knuckles. And then I played it, and I don't know, it's just like super dear to my heart. But my history with Sonic Adventure goes back much longer, and so when I compare the two, and like side by side, if I were to look at them, I think I have more nostalgia for the original Sonic Adventure than I do for Sonic Adventure 2. Just because it was the first 3D Sonic game I ever played. It was the first Sonic game that I had that was really mine. Like I had Sonic Mega Collection is what I grew up with. I grew up with Sonic Mega Collection, and you know, not only is that all like 2D, but also it was like, you know, like it was like part of our like family collection. Like Sonic Heroes was like, that was like, you know, Dad had gotten those for us as like gifts, like for Christmas or whatever. Like maybe top 3 Sonic games. Yeah, Sonic Adventure is fucking incredible. Like the only thing that could make like the original Sonic Adventure better is if the Chow Garden was as advanced as it is in Sonic Adventure 2. That is literally the only thing that could make it any better than it already is. There is hardly a stage that I can think of in Sonic Adventure that I truly hate. I could sit here and be harsher about Big the Cat stages, but there's like 6 of them. Like, it is such a like nothing point in this. Like, it's not even worth bringing up. Like, you just do the big stages and you're done with them. Like, that's it. But yeah, I just think I have a bit of a softer spot for the first Sonic Adventure than I do for the second one, even if like the second one is. I love Sonic Adventure. I love the Sonic Adventure games. Good God, do I love the Sonic Adventure games. These games are everything to me, for real. You know what's criminal? Is I don't think they have the Sonic 3 soundtrack on Spotify. They don't. Because one of my favorite Sonic tracks of all time is from Sonic 3. It is Endless Mine, from... Yeah, they don't have it. I'll pause it. I'll play it for you guys. Honestly, yeah, big stages aren't nearly as hard as everyone says that once you actually know how to play them. There's only 4 of them. Yeah, like, Big the Cat, he's there, but he's non-existent. When it comes to, like, things that I think people really overhype in video games, you're like, oh, you know, like, people overhype the difficulty of, like, the water temple. They don't, by the way. The water temple is shitty. Y'all were there when I did that shit. The water temple... is like is like getting a lobotomy. Like, it's awful. But I think people overhype the unpleasantness and or like difficulty of the Big the Cat stages. What's the other thing that I was gonna say that I was like literally, oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2's Kingdom Hearts 1's Atlantica. The one that you like actually like play through instead of it being like a mini game. That shit, people had me worried. They were like, oh, it's difficult to control, blah, blah, blah. Water level. That shit was easy as fuck. I heard horror stories of how bad the water temple was, to the point that when I played Ocarina of Time, I didn't even try without a walkthrough. I don't think the full walkthrough of my time in the water temple has been posted to YouTube. Just by virtue of me like not being up to date on posting my VODs. But that shit, we were in the trenches. Like, I approached the water temple with an open mind. I really thought, nah, I'd win. Like, I'm built different. I was not built different. I'm not gonna lie to you. The water temple got my ass. Yeah, Big the Cat stages, and the Atlantica stage in Kingdom Hearts. Everybody's like, oh, and then you do them and you're like, oh, well, this isn't anything at all. Like, here, let me play Endless Mine for y'all. It is, if I had to pick, like, a favorite Sonic track of all time, it would 9,000% be Endless Mine. And it's so simple. It is such, like, it is not the most musically complicated. It's not the most energetic. But it like, I don't know, like, it not only does it have a place in my heart, like, it is the, like, place in my heart, to be quite honest. Oh my God. You know, okay, let me tell you something. It's been like an hour and some. What is this from? This is from Sonic 3. It is only available in the multiplayer mode. So there's like four or five multiplayer stages in Sonic 3. And I don't know if it's base Sonic 3 or if it's Sonic 3 and Knuckles that has the multiplayer mode, or both. But because I wanted to be with my sister all the time, we'd play multiplayer Sonic all the time. Like, we'd play Sonic 2, Sonic 3, When we got Sonic Heroes, we played 2-player Sonic Heroes. Yeah, the multiplayer music from Sonic games, it's like gold to me, to be quite honest with you. I have like tracks in Sonic that I adore that I just think are like the single best like pieces of music that like mankind has ever conceived, but like I don't think any of them like really speak to me like Endless Mine does. Even with its simplicity, something about it is, it's like, I don't know. I can show you. I just have like, this is like one of those like 30-minute loops. I don't know if I'll like sit here and talk through it for 30 minutes or if I'll get sick of it, but I'll show you the other tracks too, because they're all very nice, except for one. There's one that I'm not too big a fan on. I'm trying to remember all the stages. The Sonic 3 multiplayer stages, there's one that's like a field with like waterfalls in the background. There's one that takes place in the desert. There's one that takes place in a circus. There's one that takes place in like it's called Chrome Gadget, I think. It takes place in like a factory ? A city ? I'm not really sure. It takes place in a Chrome Gadget, god damn it. And then there's this one, Endless Mine, which is in a mine. And a really fun fact about this track is the past version of City Escape in Sonic Generations. One of the composers for City Escape also composed Endless Mine, so there is a moment where Endless Mine plays in City Escape. Azure Lake, Chrome Gadget, Desert Lane, and Endless Mine, yeah. Sonic Mine Collection is so good. Like, it's so good. It has so much heart, so much charm. It's literally just like... Okay, no, there's one bad thing about Sonic Mine Collection, and that's like, that is, for whatever reason, Blue Spheres in Sonic Mine Collection runs like shit. Like, I don't know why it runs like shit. I don't know why it's so bad. But it's bad. Like, skipping frames levels of bad. That's okay though. I forgive it because literally everything else about it is so perfect. If ever I do any like Sonic like game marathon ideas that I've been floating around every once in a while, I will probably do most of it through Sonic Mine Collection. As much of it as I can through Sonic Mine Collection. There's two things bad about Sonic Mine Collection. The other one is that it doesn't have Sonic R. It doesn't have Sonic R, it doesn't have Sonic the Fighters, and it doesn't have Sonic CD. If it had those three things and a good running Blue Spheres, it'd be just perfect. It'd be everything I want in a Sonic game and more. Sonic Gem. What does the Sonic Gems collection have? Hold on. Sonic Gems collection. This is the one that got away for us. This is the one we did not have. Sonic Gems Collection is a 2005 compilation of Sega video games, primarily those in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. The emulated games span multiple genres and consoles, from the Sega Genesis to the Sega Saturn, and retain the features and errors of their initial releases with minimal edits. Player progress is rewarded with demos of other Sonic games, videos, promotional artwork containing the history of the Sonic franchise. Very similar to Mega Collection. Yes, while its 2002 predecessor Sonic Mega Collection comprises popular Sonic games, Gems Collection focuses on more obscure games such as Sonic CD, Sonic the Fighters. Other non-Sonic games are included, but some, such as Streets of Rage trilogy, are omitted in the Western localization. So, Sonic Gems Collection has all the games that I mentioned in the collection. I don't think it has Blue Spheres though, which is kind of, yeah. I love Blue Spheres. Okay, it has Sonic CD, Sonic the Fighters, Sonic R, the Game Gear versions of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic Spinball, Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble, Sonic Drift 2, Tails Sky Patrol, and Scales Adventure. And then its unlockable games are Vector Man 2, Bonanza Bros, and then the Streets of Rage trilogy, which are allegedly not in the Western release. Just, you know what? What if we just fell down a Wikipedia rabbit hole? Let's look at Sonic Mega Collection. Sonic Mega Collection has Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic & Knuckles, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which was my first exposure to Puyo Puyo Tetris and what basically made me decide I hated it. You can unlock Blue Sphere, Knuckles, and Sonic 2, which, by the way, Knuckles and Sonic 2 is probably like my favorite rendition of a game ever because it's like completely unchanged. Like, it's just Sonic 2 with Knuckles in it. And it's so good. I love it. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Flicky, Rystar, the Ooze, Comics Zone. And then there's Mega Collection and Mega Collection Plus, which I didn't have Mega Collection Plus, but games exclusive to Mega Collection Plus include Sonic the Hedgehog for the Game Gear, Sonic Labyrinth, Sonic Drift, Sonic Chaos, Sonic Blast, and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. So basically, Mega Collection Plus was Mega Collection, but with Game Gear titles. And so just an officially made Sonic 2 ROM hack. Yeah. Like, it's really great. I love it. Hold on, let's read about Knuckles and Sonic 2. Sonic & Knuckles was released in 1994, 2 years after Sonic 2. The Sonic & Knuckles game cartridge features a lock-on adapter that allows players to insert other Sega Genesis cartridges. Attaching the Sonic 2 unlocks Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, a variation of Sonic 2 in which the player controls Sonic the Hedgehog 3 character Knuckles the Echidna. The levels are identical, but Knuckles can glide and climb walls, allowing him to access inaccessible areas to Sonic or Tails. However, he cannot jump as high, making some areas, such as certain boss fights, more difficult. Love Knuckles. What does the Wikipedia page for Knuckles have to say about him? Ew. They have this, like, really hideous, like, 3D render of Knuckles as, like, the picture on Wikipedia. Knuckles the Echidna is a character from Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog series. He's a red, anthropomorphic, short-beaked echidna who is Sonic's secondary best friend and former rival. Determined and serious, but sometimes gullible, he fights his enemies using brute strength. His role is established as a guardian of the Master Emerald, a large gemstone which controls the series' integral Chaos Emeralds, and is the last living member of his tribe, the Knuckles Clan. Sonic 2 is primarily developed in America. I didn't know that. Hold on, let's go back and read the page on Sonic 2. Because I think Sonic 3 is really good, but Sonic 2 does have a special place in my heart out of the original 3. After Sonic the Hedgehog greatly increased the popularity of the Genesis in North America, Sega directed STI founder Mark Kearney to start Sonic 2 in November of 1991. Members of the original development team, including programmer Yuji Naka and designer Hirokazu Yasuhara, moved from Japan to California to join the project. Sonic 2 was intended to be faster and more ambitious than the first game. The development suffered setbacks, including cultural differences between the Japanese and American staff, and numerous levels were cut due to time constraints and quality concerns. As with the first game, Masato Nakamura, a member of the J-pop band Dreams Come True, composed the soundtrack. Well, that's interesting. I can tell the edible is kicking in because I'm like absolutely like chugging this water. I don't even necessarily, when I get high, I don't even necessarily like chug water because I'm thirsty. It's because it feels like my throat, like there's something like coating my throat, and I need to, like, you know, drink water to fix this imaginary problem. Just going water mode right now. Oh my god, amphibian alert. Boom, boom, boom. Meow, 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 meow. The original game Sonic the Hedgehog was published by Sega for the Sega Genesis in June 1991. It was developed by Sonic Team, led by programmer Yuji Naka, artist Naoto Oshima, and designer Hirokazu Yasuhara. Sonic greatly increased the Genesis' popularity in North America and is credited with making Sega gain 65% of the market share against then industry leader Nintendo, making Sega a formidable competitor. Success meant that the sequel was inevitable, but shortly after release, the team disbanded. Naka quit Sega due to disagreements over his salary, dissatisfaction over the time and effort it had taken to finish Sonic, and lack of support from management, while Yasuhara moved to America to join Mark Kearney's California-based Sega Technical Institute, STI. Kearney had established STI during the development of Sonic the Hedgehog because Sega wanted to develop more games in America, and his aim was to establish an elite studio that would combine the design philosophies of American and Japanese developers. During a trip to Japan, Kearney visited Naka's apartment, listened to the reasons why he left, and convinced him to join STI in America to fix the problems he had had with Sega in Japan. Other members of the Sonic development team joined Naka. Oshima stayed in Japan to work on Sonic CD, so Yasushi Yamaguchi replaced him. Okay, cool. By the way, I found the names of the other Sonic 3 Knuckles 2-player stages, Balloon Park and Desert Palace. Yep, that sounds... yeah. In September of 1991, Kearney pitched Sonic the Hedgehog 2 as STI's project for the 1992 Christmas and holiday shopping season, giving the team 11 months of development. But Sega of America considered it too soon for a sequel and was still unconfident in the Sonic character. Kearney was not surprised since he believed the marketing executives who controlled the game development did not understand the process. STI explored other concepts, but in November, Sega revised the course and told Kearney that it needed Sonic 2 for the 1992 holiday season. Kearney said that this did not cost STI any game ideas since they had yet to come up with one on par with Sonic, but they lost 2 months of development. Now with a 9-month schedule, full-scale development started in 1992. Sonic 2's development team was much larger than the first games and consisted of both American and Japanese developers, although the majority of the team was Japanese. Kearney's idea was to have around a dozen of the original game staff move to STI. Development began with only Americans because the Japanese faced immigration problems. According to Kearney, Sega had applied for the O1 expert visas for nationally or internationally recognized people with a record of extraordinary achievement, unaware that the Japanese developers did not qualify. That's crazy. That's insane. There's a visa for, yeah, I'm the guy that made Sonic, let me in. Oh my gosh. Sega of America marketing director Alan Nilsson said that STI wanted to go all out to ensure Sonic 2 would be as successful as the original Sonic, since the sequels are generally not well regarded. STI brainstormed various ideas to improve the first game's formula, beginning with making Sonic faster. In the first game, the developers limited Sonic with a cap that prevented players from running at his maximum possible speed. STI lifted the cap for Sonic 2. Huh, I didn't know that. He has a visa for did some really cool shit, and the guys who made Sonic specifically did not qualify. That's crazy. Could you imagine though, like, the hubris required to be like, no, yeah, these guys made Sonic. This is the right visa for them. Like, first of all, 100% absolutely correct. Like, they were right, but also the audacity. Naka conceived the spin dash to remove the need for backtrack for momentum, which he observed was a common criticism of the first game. Oh, that's interesting. STI's first step was to create a game outline for the developers to flesh out with a book-length report detailing the character, story, and levels. Really? This was the first step in the game you have 9 months to develop? These people are insane and I love them so much. Yasuhara had ambitious plans for Sonic 2 and designed it with blue sky ideas. Assuming STI had 2 years of development, he conceived a plot in which Robotnik took over the world and Sonic used time travel to stop him. Yasuhara's concept featured a world map that would change in every time period and provide access to different levels. The idea was cut as it required too many levels and too much development time. However, many of Sonic 2's levels are taken from it. For example, Hilltop Zone, which features dinosaur enemies, was intended to be in the past version of Green Hill Zone, while Chemical Plant and Casino Night came from the Robotnik-ruled future. Oh, really? See, whenever I play a Sonic game, the casino level is usually my favorite. I love Casino Park. I love Casino Night. The casino in Sonic Adventure, where you make like a fuck ton of rings playing pinball. I love Sonic casino levels. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm like always drawn to them in every game that I play with a casino in it. Yasuhara designed the stages thinking in the context of a 3D world to work out elements such as corkscrew loops and pipes. He was inspired to design Casino Night because he found Sonic Springs similar to the gimmicks of pinball tables, while Sky Chase, which features Sonic riding a biplane as he attempts to reach Robotnik space, was inspired by Hayao Miyazaki's anime Future Boy Conan. That's one that I haven't seen. Hold on. Future Boy Conan. Yeah, I haven't seen this. Also known as Conan the Boy in the Future, is a Japanese post-apocalyptic science fiction anime series. It's an adaptation of American science fiction writer Alexander Keyes' 1970 novel The Incredible Tide. It was broadcast for 26 episodes on NHK General TV between April and October 1978. Cool. The first game demo was playable around 6 or 7 months after the initial outline's creation and featured a few levels without sound effects or significant detail. STI assembled focus groups to play the demo for feedback and created an alpha build afterwards. By this point, 80% of the programming had been finished. Game development must have been so simple back then. I mean, not really. Because, like, when you are game developing in the era where, like, game development is still new, there's, like, you are the guy who is, like, discovering these, like problems and, like, delays and, like, you know, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? The two words that are in my head now are stand-in and hookup, and those are not even, none of those are even close to the word that I'm looking for. Roadblock? No. Shit. Damn it. I don't know what word I'm looking for. Anyway, setback. Thank you. Setback. Setback was the word I was thinking of. Stand-in and hookup? What? Looking for the word setback. That's crazy. I know you were high as balls last time, Imogen. I mentioned it, but did you get out checking around Ribbit King? Oh my god. You wanna know how high I was, Bayburn? Is that I vaguely remember you appearing. I don't remember a damn thing about Ribbit King. Here, that'll be the next Wikipedia article we read, because apparently we're just reading fucking Wikipedia articles right now. Yasuhara wanted to add a second playable character so siblings could play together. Oh my god, he made this game for me. Yasuhara literally made this game for me. Oh my god. Naka suggested that the second character be endearing, similar to the Kitsune from Urusei Yatsura, and beginner-oriented rather than Sonic's rival. An internal contest was held to determine the new character, and the winning design was Yamaguchi's fox, which he named Miles Prower, a pun on miles per hour. Haha. STA wanted the character to appeal to Japanese audiences, and Yamaguchi gave him two tails, inspired by the Phantasy Star character Meow. Get it? Okay, for those of you who don't know, Meow in this case is spelled M-Y-A-U. It sounds like meow, like the noise a cat makes. Sega of America felt the name Miles Prower would not sell and suggested Tails as an alternative. Nilsson developed a character backstory to convince the developers to make the change. They compromised by making Tails his nickname. Tails was implemented using artificial intelligence routine that followed him to mimic Sonic's movements. He was also used in the multiplayer mode, something that Naka had attempted to implement late in the development of the original Sonic. The multiplayer mode was one of Naka's primary motivations to develop Sonic 2, since he felt that multiplayer games were more fun. Naka created split-screen gameplay with the Genesis' rarely used interlaced mode, since he found that the standard display mode made it difficult to see player characters. Developing the multiplayer mode took 6 months. Wow, 6 of the 9 months that they had to develop this game was really focused on the multiplayer mode. That's crazy. Ooh, conflicts and cut content. The development was complicated by the cultural language barriers between the Japanese and American developers. The Japanese were used to crunch conditions, with Kearney noting that they often worked through the night and slept in their cubicles. In contrast, the Americans locked the STI offices at night. Kearney had envisioned the Japanese acting as mentors to the Americans, but the cooperation was difficult since the Americans could not speak Japanese. Stitt recalled Yasuhara was easy to work with, but Naka adds an arrogant pain in the ass. Hell yeah. Not interested in working with Americans. Scully said that Naka would have been happier working with an all-Japanese team. Well, you didn't, and you made Peak. What do you gotta say about that? During development, Kearney left STI. He said that he said that he had left as development concluded, though Sega executive Masahiro Yoshi recalled that he departed around halfway through. Kearney left partially because of the rising tensions between the Japanese and American developers. That's fucked up, because isn't this whole thing Kearney's idea? Didn't Sega Technical Institute, isn't that a thing because of Kearney? Insanity. Kearney left partly because of the rising tensions between Japanese and American developers, feeling the Americans were not treated respectfully. Further complicating this was STI's involvement with the Sonic franchise and Naka's desire to oversee development personally, as well as Sega of America's initial hesitation to assist given their lack of confidence in the Sonic character. Yoshi was installed as a temporary head of STI and was credited as Sonic 2's director. He said that the situation was severe because Sega of America was betting everything on Sonic 2, but the STI staff did not display any stress and remained optimistic that the project would be finished. A large amount of content was cut, mostly due to time constraints. Nilsson said Sonic 2 probably would have been 3 times the size if we left everything that was there. Naka and the team weren't afraid to say, "I've been working on this for 4 months. It's not working. Let's take it out." One cut stage, Hidden Palace Zone, featured extensively in the previous advertisements. It was planned to be a secret stage accessed by collecting Chaos Emeralds. According to Naka, it would explain the origin of the Chaos Emeralds and grant Sonic his supersonic powers. Stitt created Hidden Palace art and considered its foreground among his favorite work. Though Hidden Palace was one of the first levels implemented, work on it stopped in mid-1992 and it was removed shortly before the completion for lack of time and cartridge space. Other cut levels included a forest level, which was implemented but hardly worked on, and a desert level. One cut level, Genocide City, was renamed Cyber City because the Japanese developers had not understood the connotations of the word genocide. Its level layout was used in the feedback. Goodness gracious, I'm skipping lines. Its level layout was used in the Metropolis Zone level. Sega of America CEO Tom Kalinske, product manager Madeline Schroeder, and Nilsson worked closely with STI. Nilsson said that the feedback loop helped them determine what needed to be cut. Most cuts were made to the Americans' designs, and many were furious when they learned that their work had been cut. One artist, Brenda Cook, had all 3 levels she worked on cut. Stitt said that he may be the only American whose art was used in the final game. Well, that kind of sucks, but I still think the final product is really fucking good because I love Sonic 2. Okay, let's read about Ribbit King a little bit. Ribbit King is a 2003 sports video game developed by Infinity and Jamsworks and published by Bandai for the GameCube and PlayStation 2. Ain't gonna lie to y'all, that fits right into the demographic of the games that we play here on this channel. The game is based on the fictional sport of Frolf. Oh, I remember this. Frolf, which is a golf-like game that is played with frogs. The frogs sit on catapults, which the player whacks with a hammer to send the frog flying into the air. It is a successor to Kero Kero King, released only in Japan in 2000 for the PlayStation. Or GameCube frog, that's your thing? That is my thing. That's my thing. I'm GameCube frog. That's me. The objective is to earn the most points possible by landing the frog in the course's hole in the quickest time possible. Hole mentioned Pogs in chat. Players can also earn points by sending frogs through various spheres scattered through level. In addition, they can score points by having their frogs eaten by giant snakes, by having their frogs swim, or by any number of things. North American versions of Ribbit King came packaged with the bonus CD called Ribbit King Plus, which is an assortment of 28 short CGI films about Scooter and his friends. These films are unlocked during the main game. The main character of Ribbit King is a young carpenter named Scooter. Scooter is trying to become the Frolf champion, or the namesake of Ribbit King, and in doing so win the Super Ribbit Night. a fuel source his planet needs in order to survive. The game also includes such characters as a pile of rocks, a gumball machine, and a kung fu panda named Pan Pan. That sounds fun. Pippi did GameCube Frog on us. That's me, baby. Ribbit King Plus is the bonus disc included with the North American versions of the game, featuring unlockable short animations and requiring saved data on the memory card to be able to view the shorts. It was initially transmitted in Japan as a 30-episode series on the TV Tokyo weekday morning children's show Oha Suta from 16 June to 25 July 2003. To promote the game. Under the title Kero Kero King DX Plus before being released on a separate DVD at around the same time that the Japanese PlayStation 2 version of the game. However, 3 of the shorts were dropped from the North American version for unknown reasons. Exclusive to the disc is a 2-minute video titled Special, a montage of various cutscenes from the story mode set to the main theme of the game. That's nice. Kero Kero King is the predecessor to Ribbit King, developed by Amedio? Developed by Amedio and published by Media Factory. It was released exclusively in Japan on December 10th, 2000 for the PlayStation. All the unique art in the game and many of the FMVs featured inside the game are done by Japanese illustrator Yosuke Kihara. The gameplay follows very similar to formula as its sequel Ribbit King, as it is a golf-based game but uses a frog instead of a ball, allowing you to tweak the direction and the height of the frog while also collecting points throughout the courses. The frog is also able to jump off spiderwebs and jump into flies by adding variance to the gameplay, especially in versus mode. There are about a total of 10 courses in the game, with each game taking 10 rounds to complete, and the person with the highest score wins, which is not how golf works actually. Golf, you get the lowest. Must invite you to join us the next time we play together. Oh yeah, that'd be fun. The story of Kero Kero King is summarized on its front cover as follows. Karoff is a brand new exciting sport in the galaxy. The champion of the Karoff is called the Kero Kero King, but Nosukin, a little boy, is about to change him. The story also has Nosukin meeting many unique characters in the game Karoff, which you can unlock and use in versus mode. That's cool. I gotta lurk though. I had absolutely no sleep and I can't process where it's okay. Have a nice little lurk. I appreciate you being here today. That's cool. I really enjoy, like, lesser known games like this. It's pretty cool. What else should we read about? I'm just in a mood to, like, read. I won't be in a little bit because, my other edible will like kick in and eventually I'll start reading words in the wrong order. But you know, until then. God, the Sonic Gems collection art. It's just so good. So good. That's all I have to say. It's so good. I fucking love Sonic, guys. Oh yeah, I can show you guys the other tracks. Oh, this is it's already almost been 30 minutes. That's crazy. Sonic 3 multiplayer music. I love Sonic 3 multiplayer music so much. Listen to Endless Mine. Let's listen to Chrome Gadget. That's my other favorite one. If I remember correctly, the order was Azure Lake, Balloon Park, Desert Palace, Chrome Gadget, Endless Mine. I believe that was the order. Because basically the way it worked is they were like races on a split screen. Kind of exactly how it is in Sonic 2, but the stages are much shorter. They're much shorter, they're much more simple in Sonic 3's multiplayer mode. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you played through all 5 stages and the winner was decided based on who won the most, you know, the most matches. Mother Cryptid, thank you. Pippy Sippy. So, yeah, you'd run through all 5, and then whoever won the most stages would be the winner. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was Azure Lake, Balloon Park, Sand Palace, Chrome Gadget, Endless Mine, and Endless Mine and Chrome Gadget had my 2 favorite tracks. Oh, Azure Lake, Balloon Park, Chrome Gadget. Oh man, I flopped. I flopped? No, I flipped them. I flipped Chrome Gadget and Desert Palace. Endless Mine because it was in alphabetical order. Ah, you know what? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Spoiler alert, Balloon Park is the one I hated. And let me tell you why. So, not only do I just don't think Balloon Park's soundtrack is... I don't think it's as strong as the other 4. But then also there's a gimmick in Balloon Park where you have to... There's like a balloon that comes out of the ground and you have to jump on just the right spot on the balloon to get a boost to higher platforms. And there's this part where you have to hit 2 of them in succession, and you have to hit them just right or you'll fall back down and there's no way to get up. When I was a kid, took forever to figure out how to hit it right. I dreaded Balloon Park every single time. It's not terrible. I'm not like genuinely dunking on it, but it is my least favorite of the 5. I always thought Desert Palace was really funny too because it has stretches of quicksand that you're supposed to jump over, and if you land in it, you'll slowly sink in. But if you spam the A button, you'll like slowly like jump out of it a little bit at a time. And I always thought it was really funny to make Sonic like jump into the quicksand and then struggle to get out. Don't ask me why that was like comedy to me and not like slightly concerning. It just was. It was a lot of fun. Actually, I kind of want to show you guys like footage of Endless Mine because Endless Mine probably had the most satisfying thing in like any of the stages, and then it had rocks. Those the kinds of rocks in Sonic 3 that you can like jump on and they break apart. Endless Mine has 2 of those, and they're this like super shiny like gold color. Little kids will see a hedgehog drowning because they go, "Ha you." That's the other Wikipedia page. We should look up quicksand. Crazy. Anyway, I'll read that in a second. Yeah, but there's this moment where you have to like break 2 rocks in a row. Like you have to jump up and then you break one, and then that momentum from you breaking the first one breaks the second one as well. Oh, it's so good. It's so good to watch. It's like, and it makes the most satisfying noise. Rocks in Sonic 3 make like the best noises ever. Okay. Quicksand, also known as sinking sand, is a colloid consisting of granular material such as sand, silver, clay, and water. It forms in saturated and loose sand when the sand is suddenly agitated. When the water in the sand cannot escape, it creates a liquefied soil that loses strength and cannot support weight. Quicksand can form in standing water or in an upward flowing water, such as from an artesian spring. What's an artesian spring? An artesian well is a well that brings groundwater to the surface without pumping because it's under the pressure within a body of rock and or sediment known as an aquifer. When trapped water in an aquifer is surrounded by layers of impermeable rock or clay, which apply positive pressure to the water, it is known as an artesian aquifer. If a well were to be sunk into an artesian aquifer, water in the well's pipes would rise to a height corresponding to the point where the hydrostatic equilibrium is reached. Okay, cool. So it's like a natural spring that like pumps out its own water. That's cool. In the case of upward flowing water, forces opposite the force of gravity. Oh, forces oppose the force of gravity and suspend the soil particle. That's insane. Where do you find quicksand though? I don't know. The cushioning of water gives quicksand and other liquefied sediments a spongy fluid-like texture. Objects in liquefied sand seem to sink to the level at which the weight of the object is equal to the weight of the displaced soil or water mix and submerge submerged objects float due to its buoyancy. That's crazy. Yeah, sort of like a chill geyser. Yeah. Like a geyser that's that likes you and isn't angry. I wonder if there's is there a biggest patch of quicksand? Oh my gosh. Top 10 most dangerous quicksand spots in the world. That's crazy. I'm not really all that interested right now. Maybe later though. Happy geyser. Yeah. Okay, here. Discover the most common places quicksand is found. Where is it found? Quicksand can be found in various countries and locations around the world. Some of the most common places where quicksand is found include coastal regions, riverbanks, marshes, and swamps. These areas are characterized by loose sandy soil that becomes saturated with water. Quicksand tends to form near bodies of water such as rivers, lakes, or oceans due to their fluctuating tides. The constant movement of the water causes sand particles to loosen up and mix with the water, creating a viscous mixture known as quicksand. In addition to natural bodies of water, man-made structures such as dams and irrigation channels can also create conditions for quicksand formulation. When these structures become damaged or worn down by time, they can lead to changes in local hydraulic systems, resulting in pockets of quicksand. Not all sandy soils will result in quicksand formation. Factors such as grain size, distribution, compact level, moisture content, and other physical properties dictate whether the soil will turn into quicksand when wet. Therefore, it's essential for anyone exploring outdoor terrains, especially those located near bodies of water, should exercise caution while traversing through them, remembering not all seemingly stable-looking surfaces may actually be safe floating around. What an irrigation channel is like a YouTube channel. Something to think about. That's like something that that gave me a blast to the past because when I was in middle school, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Guys, you have to wait. Sherry's request. Irrigation channel. Oh my god, she's cooking again. When I was in middle school. So for overseas bros, that would be like 11 to 14, 11 to 13. Your age, not your grade. I had a pinned comment. Our principal, the principal of our school, would come over the intercom every morning and give morning announcements and stuff. And I'm pretty sure he would say like something to think about, and then he'd like give us some kind of positive message. I don't know. I didn't really like him very much. I thought he was way too strict in person, but over the morning announcements, he was always like doing that kind of stuff. And then at the very end of every day's announcements, he'd go, make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. And he'd always pause between the choice is yours. Like he would always pause. So, like something to think about, like gave me a brief like, whoa. Anyway. Here's some myths about quicksand. Myth number 1, there's quicksand in the desert. Despite what Hollywood may have led you to believe, quicksand is not typically found in desert environments. This popular myth has been perpetuated through countless movies and TV shows, but the reality is that water is a crucial component for the formation of quicksand. So, like, if it suddenly started raining nonstop in the Sahara Desert, how much of that would become quicksand? Would it all be quicksand? Would none of it be quicksand, or would there be different zones? Oh yeah, the song I did. Azure Lake. I don't know if we'll stay on this one because I do not like it nearly as much, but here it is. Where's my quicksand page? Okay, in order for quicksand to form, there must be the following flowing water underground. I think none of it would be quicksand because you need a proper body of water for quicksand, which is water in general. Yeah, it does have to be like flowing, like horizontal. Well, not the horizontal, but you know what I mean. I don't think like rain on top of it. Well, I guess it depends, because if the rain penetrates the sand enough and it like makes its own like flow underneath the, I guess it would depend on like how much rain. Like if it rained, but it was all, if it flooded, but it was all like sitting water, that obviously like wouldn't make quicksand. I don't know. In order for quicksand to form, there must be flowing water underground that agitates the sand particles. This agitation causes the sand to lose its stability and become liquefied, creating a dangerous trap for anything or anyone who steps in it. It's important to dispel this myth about quicksand because it can lead to people to underestimate the real dangers posed by this natural phenomenon. By understanding how and where quicksand typically forms, i.e. near bodies of water, individuals can take appropriate precautions when exploring unfamiliar terrain. How do you get out of quicksand? I know like in movies, people usually grab onto something and like miraculously get pulled up, but like if you can't even pull yourself free, how is somebody else supposed to? That's my real question. Myth number 2. Quicksand is only made from sand. When most people hear the term quicksand, they immediately think of a dangerous pit of sinking sand that can swallow them up in an instant. However, this is not entirely accurate. Quicksand is actually a bit of a misnomer, as it can be made up of various materials other than just sand. Shit, I lost my place. Any mass of clay, sand, or dirt particles that contain trapped water can turn into quicksand. What happens is that the presence of water turns the solid particles into thick liquid mud that has little strength to support the weight. This means that when somebody steps on top of quicksand and tries to move through it, their weight causes the ground beneath them to collapse and liquefy further. The person then sinks deeper into the muck before eventually coming to rest at some point below its surface. One thing about quicksand is that it often looks deceivingly stable and solid from above, even if it's anything but upon closer inspection. Unlike typical mud, which may look squishy from afar, quicksand often appears more like dry land until someone tries to step through it or apply pressure on its surface. Just poke the sand. Mud, yeah. It's mud. Hello, comment. How are you? Miss your face. We're reading about quicksand right now. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm already fucking sick of this. It's not as bad as Balloon Park. Here, let's play Balloon Park. Kind of tired, but it's good. You should go relax. Go relax. It's been a long chunk of time for you. Myth number 3, quicksand is very deep. While movies may predict quicksand as a dangerous and deadly force, in reality it is more of a messy inconvenience than a life-threatening hazard. Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah, that explains it. Wait a minute, but you just said it was super dangerous. Quicksand is typically only a few feet deep, and while it's still difficult to navigate, it can also often be escaped with relative ease. However, exhaustion from trying to untangle oneself from waterlogged soil remains the biggest risk associated with being caught in quicksand. It can take an immense amount of physical energy to free oneself from its grasp, which makes it most important to stay calm and avoid panicking if you find yourself stuck. Remember that quicksand does not suck you under like some sort of vacuum, but instead creates suction around your legs, making them feel heavy and immobile. By slowly working one leg at a time up out of the sand, or using nearby objects like branches or ropes for leverage, individuals can safely extract themselves without succumbing to exhaustion or panic-induced mistakes. Could you imagine somebody sitting back and being like, L plus panic-induced mistake? That's crazy. Oh, it tells you how to get out of quicksand. To escape quicksand, this is for y'all, chat. I know, it's crazy out in these streets, so let's figure out how to escape quicksand. To escape quicksand, you should first try to distribute your weight evenly by laying on your back or leaning back if possible. This will help prevent sinking deeper into the sand. Next, slowly move your legs in a swimming motion towards the surface while keeping them as straight as possible. Avoid jerking or making sudden movements, good God, that could cause more suction. If you have someone with you, they can throw you a rope or extend a branch you can grab onto to move yourself out of the quicksand. Struggling too much can make things worse and increase the risk of sinking deeper into the sand. Staying calm and following these steps will greatly increase your chances of escaping unharmed. Do not reach your arms down into the quicksand or bend over. Take deep breaths and move slowly. Try to lighten your load by removing any heavy backpacks or jackets. There you go. There you go. Rule number 1 of escaping quicksand is no jerking. You're jerking, you're dead. I'm not gonna remember this. It's like when they tell you what to do when you run into a bear. Wait, what do you do when you run into a bear? You jerk and you're dead. What do... Wait. What? Whenever I type the word what, the first Google past result is what day is halfway through the year. I don't remember ever searching that, or why I would need what day is halfway through the year. Anyway, what to do in case bear. Staying safe around bears from the U.S. National Park Service. Internet shitted itself and I had to reset it. Oh no, Cherry, you missed like the really important monologue on how to escape quicksand. Guess you're gonna die in quicksand now. Let's see, bear safety. Once a bear has noticed you and is paying attention to you, additional strategies can help prevent the situation from escalating. Here are some general tips, however, please check recommendations for each park you visit. Recommendations do vary from park to park based on local bear behavior. Number 1. I always had a feeling it would end that way. Yeah, sorry. Mods submerge from quicksand. Rule number 1. Identify yourself by talking calmly so the bear knows you're human and not a prey animal. Remain still. Stand your ground, but slowly wave your arms. Help the bear recognize you as human. They may come closer or stand on its hind legs to get a better look or smell. A standing bear is usually curious, not threatening. Listen. Aren't bears like insanely tall when they stand on their legs? Wait. How tall is a bear standing up? Adult female bears called sows weigh about 175 pounds. Adult male bears called boars, those are two different animals that are both not bears, weigh around 400 pounds. Black bears are about 3 feet high when standing all 4 feet, and 5 to 7 feet tall when standing upright. 7 feet? 7 feet. And that's like a forest bear. That's like a black bear. Other bears, like polar bears or like grizzly bears, are like twice that size. Dude, I have a fear of like things that are like lanky. Like it goes like hand in hand with my fear of monoliths. Like super lanky things freak me the fuck out. If I were in the woods and like a 7-foot like tall bear made eye contact with me, I would shit myself. Slenderman doesn't count. Slenderman is like a guy. Hold on. I used to be scared of the original Slenderman photos from the original photo contest, but I think I've just seen Slenderman so much that it doesn't really do much for me anymore. He's tall, yeah, he is tall and lanky, but like I have too much Slenderman exposure. Slenderman to me is like, he's like a character. When I'll find an example for you later, Common. I'll like what I mean, but like lanky things freak me the fuck out. And to expose, please don't expose me to monoliths. Common is out here like driving me through a wind farm on purpose. It's like one hand on the wheel, the other hand is like forcing me to look at the turbines. It's fucked up. I hate you. Slenderman is just too well known to be speaking, unfortunately. Yeah, you know, he's just kind of like a guy. He's just a guy. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog. He's just a fucking character from media. That'd be the best thing to do. That's the best way to get your ass beat. Yeah, no. Slenderman to me is just a guy from Thing. Anyway, we're trying to learn how to survive bears chat. Stop distracting me. Step 2. Stay calm and remember that most bears do not want to attack you. They usually just want to be left alone. Bears may bluff their way out of an encounter by charging and then turning away at the last second. Bears also may... Wait, what? Bears may bluff their way out of an encounter by charging and then turning away at the last second. How the fuck are you supposed to know when the bear is gonna turn tail at the last minute? How the fuck are you supposed to know when a fucking bear, is about to fake you out? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very abruptly sick of this music. Here, Desert Palace, listen. Okay. I think Slenderman should be Yuri. I think that's the next step, is being Yuri full. Okay. Look, if you want to start that process, Jerry, go on ahead. Anyway, bears may also react defensively by woofing, yawning, salivating, growling, and snapping their jaws. Continue to talk to the bear in low tones. This will help you stay calmer and won't be threatening to the bear. Bears react defensively by making noises that belong to other animals. You could make Slenderman Yuri. Very easy thing to do. Pick up small children immediately. Do not make any loud noises or screams. The bear may think this is the sound of a prey animal. Slowly wave your arms above your head and tell the bear to back off. Do not run or make any sudden movements. Do not make any loud noises or screams. The bear may think it's the sound of a prey animal. Wouldn't he fit more with Yowie? That's where you're wrong, Common. These days, everything is Yuri. Slenderman can be Yuri. He baby girl like that. If you want my honest opinion, no. But you know, Slenderman can be Yuri in the same way that anyone else can be Yuri. The way the sun meets with the horizon at the beginning and end of each day, that's Yuri too. Slender BL. For whatever reason, my I read Slender BL, and for whatever reason, like the first thing like my brain clicked to was Slender Butt Lip. You're so lost. You wouldn't get it. You just wouldn't get it. Okay. Yeah, that's enough for Sonic music that I don't care about as much as I care about Endless Mine. Cheeks got lifted, yeah. Okay. Back to Spotify. Oh wait, there's more. Hike and travel in groups. Groups of people are usually noisier and smellier than a single person. Aw man, you call me fucking stinky? Damn. Therefore, bears often become aware of groups of people at greater distances, and because of their cumulative size, groups are also intimidating to bears. Think about Yuri Slenderman, or would she be Slender Woman? I don't know. But I think the edible is kicking in because the music is speeding up. That's just crazy. Why does it sound like that? Anyway, make yourselves look as large as possible. For example, hiding up the ground. Do not allow the bear access to your food. Do not drop your pack, as it can provide protection for your back and prevent a bear from accessing your food. If the bear is stationary, move away slowly and sideways. This allows you to keep an eye on the bear and avoid tripping. Moving sideways is also non-threatening to bears. How do I know all these things? Slender gender. How do they know all these things? Like, how do they know that, like, moving sideways is non-threatening to bears? Is that like a fuck around and find out type of observation? Or is this just like one bear that scientists like to fuck with? Like, the representative of bears. Like, they speak on behalf of the bears. Like, they know everything about them, you know? Like, what if it's personal preference? Who knows? Do not run, but if the bear follows, stop and hold your ground. Bears can run as fast as a racehorse, both uphill and down. Like dogs, they will chase fleeing animals. Do not climb a tree. Both grizzlies and black bears can climb trees. Leave the area or take a detour. If this isn't possible, wait until the bear moves away. Always leave the bear with an escape route. Be especially cautious if you see a female with cubs. Never place yourself between a mother and her cub and never attempt to approach them. The chances of an attack escalate greatly if she perceives you as a danger to her cubs. That's crazy. That's how you escape a bear, I think. Not really sure. According to people who claim to know the bears. Actually, so I went on vacation a couple years ago. I went on vacation to Tennessee, which is like further east than the Midwest, but further west than like it's mountain country is what it is. It's the eastern mountain country. And we stayed in this like big fuck log cabin, like Airbnb. And we actually there were bears. We saw bears, like black bears, like outside our house. I literally have videos of like a fucking black bear like passing like the front door, like passing the window. There was a cub that really wanted to play on my my grandpa's truck, and allegedly one had like in the middle of the night, or like when nobody was like around, one had like actually like gotten like to the food in like the bed of the truck, and like there were like noticeable signs of like a significant like weight like on the fucking truck. Like that shit, it's like it's cool when you're like at a distance, you know, but like I don't know why I think bears are like kind of scary. They're kind of freaky. Which is really weird because like my sister always associates me with like when my sister sees like things with like teddy bears or whatever on them, she sends them to me. Like my sister associates me with bears, because when I was younger, I was a little fucking fiend for teddy bears. I loved all things bears. Bears and dogs, I think, were like my shit when I was like a fucking baby infant. Yeah, but I think like in real, like bears are fucking freaky. Like they're adorable. I love them so much. But like if I were in an encounter with a bear, I think I'd die like immediately. Are polar bears the most dangerous one? Which is the most dangerous bear? Just hug the bear. Good idea, Common. Grizzly and polar bears are the most dangerous, but Eurasian brown bears and American black bears have also been known to attack humans. Some species depredate livestock on occasion, and some bears, such as Asiatic and American black bears, may destroy fruit or other crops, especially corn. Wow. Country bears make do. Just hug the bear and accept fate at that point. Fuck it, we ball. Polar bear. We're reading the Wikipedia page about polar bears. I love polar bears. I went through a polar bear phase when I was a kid where I like loved all things polar bears. Polar bears, maybe a hug is exactly what they need. You know what? You guys can be on your little bear hugging island elsewhere. Yeah, I went through a brief polar bear phase where I wanted like everything polar bears. Because I mean, I don't know. Go Google a picture of a polar bear. Like, it's pretty great. The polar bear is a large bear native to the Arctic and nearby areas. It is closely related to the brown bear, and the two species can interbreed. Wait a minute. It can make like mules and ligers out of polar bear brown bear hybrid. Whoa. Grizzly polar bear hybrid. A grizzly polar bear hybrid, also named a growler bear, a pizzly bear. Don't call it a pizzly bear. Don't do that shit. Zebra bear, grizzler, Polisley? No way anybody is calling this thing a Polisley. Pissy bear. Hey guys, check out my new Care Bears OC, Pissy Bear. I think Pissy Bear is good. Come on, it's the second one. It's Pissy Bear, like pizza, Pitsy Bear. But it's like Pissy because it's like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna end the stream. Anyway, Pizza Bear, pizza time. Is a rare ursid hybrid that has occurred both in captivity and in the wild. In 2006, the occurrence of this hybrid in nature was confirmed by testing the DNA of a unique-looking bear that had been shot near Northwest Territories and Banks Island in the Canadian Arctic. The number of confirmed hybrids had since risen to 8, all of them descending from the same female polar bear. Oh, so they're brothers. Gamma's theme. Yeah, we're listening to Sonic music tonight. Cool. What can you tell me about Polisley's? Story kind of sad, TBH. I think Gamma's story in Sonic Adventure was probably the first time I was ever kind of left with more like resounding emotions from a video game. Not only because at that point I hadn't been playing like a lot of plot driven games, it was all like classic Sonic and like maybe Mario Sunshine. But also because like, you know, I was a fucking baby. So when I finally beat, I don't think like it really got to me the first time I beat Gamma's like story, because I simply like didn't have the like understanding of like the deeper implications of like what he had to do. I don't know, it's like it's probably the first like plot line to like even leave such an impression on me, if I were to be honest. And Gamma's story is kind of what made me realize that video games could be about things and not just like running around the city doing some shit. I don't think Sonic Team has ever written anything better, more emotionally impactful than Gamma's story. I think it didn't really say, yeah, like here comes Gamma with the steel chair. From a standpoint of being emotionally impactful, Cherry, I think you're right. I think Sega has certainly written things that are more, like Sonic Team has certainly written things that are more iconic than like Gamma's story. Like if you think of like truly iconic plot lines in the Sonic series, people tend to jump to Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow's original plot line, Sonic Unleashed with the whole like werehog like shit. But I think when it comes to like sitting down and like writing a powerful story, I really do think Gamma might take the cake on that one. And there's something about it where it is a story that is otherwise like it is a story within a story. But as much as he contributes to the larger plot of Sonic Adventure, if Gamma didn't have his own plotline, if that story wasn't there, if you just viewed what you viewed from Amy's perspective, from like a standpoint of like the grander plot of Sonic Adventure, you wouldn't miss much, I don't think. Technically, it's like not required to be there, but it is. And the fact that it's just like in there and told the way it is, and like giving you the opportunity like to explore things from the perspective of like the one you like would least expect to be like given a perspective from. I don't know, I think that like all of those things like combine into like contributions of like what makes it truly great. Honestly, I love what Shadow's story was and how it ended as much as I love his EOS bringing him back the way they did, and Heroes kind of upset me. It's a little bit of a cop-out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I appreciate the continuance of Shadow. But I don't know, I like the clone shit is so goofy. I know it's like a big part because it comes back in Sonic Heroes, it comes back in Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, Shadow's theme of identity does carry on through the clone plotlines. But I hate clone plotlines. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think it's so corny. Like, that there's like so many Shadows for no reason. But I'm also of the belief, honestly, when it comes, this is like my hot take, is that like I don't think the Sonic the Hedgehog series beyond games that are directly linked to each other should have a timeline. To me, Sonic is at its best when you're not really trying to like interlink everything and like figure out like what the relationship between like two games that may or may not be related to each other has to be. Does that make any sense? Like, I think playing, like, I think when you can contain characters' narratives to like a single entry in a game, while still adhering to, as best as you can, while still adhering to the kind of like the basic groundwork of like who they are as a character, like personality wise, I don't necessarily mind if like we have Shadow and he dies in one game, but then, you know, Shadow's in another game. Like, I wouldn't sit there and be like, oh, he died in that one game. Like, why is he here? Like, I don't need like a reason for him to be alive. He's just a cool character, and I appreciate seeing him. I think it's something close to a narrative line that you can draw between a few like arcs of games, but yeah, the whole franchise spanning timeline it's not for Sonic. Sonic, for the most part, because basically the entire thing boils down to guy run fast, like Sonic sort of revolves around like different ways of pushing the enjoyment. Like, Sonic 2 introduces Tails, the adventure games introduce playing as multiple characters in a 3D world. The shooter mechanics with the robot stages in Sonic Adventure, the emerald hunting like mechanics, like everything Sonic is about like keeping it fresh, keeping it new. And I don't think like I don't necessarily think like a super long drawn out Sonic story would be bad, but I just don't think the games are like the motive to do it, because I don't know. I think Sonic is at its strongest when it's not trying to do that, you know? And I think they can do it, but the way it's been going and the fact that the gameplay really bogs down whatever story and barely putting together, I mean, like, they can do it for the comic series, one of the games. So, I mean, that's a good point. But I feel like comics are like serial releases. Comics are things that like people expect to have like super long like times with. Basically, if the Sonic series like gets to a point where it like matters like which games I've played before I approach something, like before I approach a new entry, I don't know if that's a feature that I would be satisfied with for the series. Like, I guess Frontiers kind of is on that line because it features some of the characters like calling back to things that like have happened in the series past. I think they aren't on the same page for the next game, so maybe like a bit of a reset. Don't you ever fucking say that. You know what happened the last 2 times somebody said that? You better knock on some fucking wood and keep your mouth shut. Just kidding. But Sonic 06 and Sonic Boom after that. Which I don't know if Sonic Boom was meant to be like a reset of the series as a whole, but good fucking lord. Anyway, what was I saying? Welcome to Pippi's stream. Welcome to Pippi's stream. Oh, I like the idea of all the games existing in the same universe, and some games referencing the events of others, but a single straight line through the games, exactly detailing their order isn't really the way. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I mean to say. Fun fact, this actually used to be my alarm on Friday mornings. And I don't do that anymore, and I barely ever listen to the song anymore because it damaged me because it was my alarm. It's fine though. I just play a damn Frontier game, come back to this subject. You should play Frontiers. I think Frontiers is like really fucking good. Like I haven't finished it, but I don't know, it's really fucking good. It's delicious. Like Sonic Frontiers is fucking delicious. Also, I can't wait for Surge to appear in the games. I know she has to. Yeah, Surge is pretty cool, I think. Green characters in Sonic. Jet the Hawk, really strong. Surge is the green one, right? Fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Surge, pretty strong. Love the pants. Love the piercings. Love that. Oh, wow, fuck. What's the other green hedgehog one who I believe is also in the comics? Scourge. Scourge, not a fan. Give me Blaze back. So true, bestie. So fucking true. I need Blaze and Silverback stat. Yeah, not a big fan of Scourge. I'm gonna be objective here and say Manic sucks. Manic also sucks. There's a piece of me that is like, I grew up with Sonic Underground. I think Sonic Underground is dorky. It has a big place in my heart. But Manic the Hedgehog is not it. Why does he look like that? Scourge was in the Archie comics. His whole thing was that he was an evil Sonic from a different... Yeah. Silver 2. Made their alternate timeline assets for my reason. I'm not gonna pretend Manic looks good because he does not. What were they cooking when they designed him? Sometimes, you ever just think about Sonic Underground? I feel like I think about Sonic Underground more than the average person. Because I used to have Sonic Underground DVDs, so obviously like I watched the series as a kid. But every so often I think about like, there's a Sonic cartoon. Yes, you do. Shut up, comment. There's a cartoon out there. No, because the shit is wild. They were cooking with that scene. Yes. Yes. Actually, fuck you. Hell yeah, brother. Sonic, triplet is born, the throne awaits. I see her warns of a deadly fate. This shit is... fucking love this song. Unironically, I fucking love this song. Sonic Underground. This shit goes crazy. But sometimes I just like think about the fact that like there's a cartoon out there where Sonic the Hedgehog has a brother and a sister named Sonia and Manic, who, if you rearrange the letters, spells Sonic Mania. Hello? And the whole plot of the show is that they're royalty who've been split up as a way to prevent some kind of like massive apocalypse, and like there's like a genocide happening in the world they live in, and they fight off Robotnik's literal fascist regime with musical instruments that they summon with medallions, and like on their like magically like around their necks, and all three of them are voiced by Jaleel White. Like all three of them. I just like think about it sometimes. I think about it. Like,
to have been a fly on the wall during the pitch meeting for Sonic Underground. To be a fly on the wall where they said, hey, who should we get for Sonic's brother and sister? And the response being like, yeah, Jaleel can probably do both of those also. It's a Sonic action cartoon that is also a fantasy musical. Because I don't know if they sing in every episode, but they do sing a lot. They sing a lot. And they hired completely different people to be the singing voices. So they didn't force Jaleel White to sing as 3 different characters. Oh my god. Underground is like the perfect midpoint between the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic Sat.AM. Literally. Yeah. Cowboy Hat Knuckles is from Sonic Underground. Like, what? Like, and then what I thought was a cartoon intro is actually the intro to Sonic CD. Common. I thought he was from the Sonic OVA. I believe he's from Sonic. Wait, hold on. Cowboy Hat Knuckles. No, he is from the OVA. What Knuckles am I thinking of? There's a really stupid image of Knuckles, and I can literally see it. That really badly foreshortened scene of Knuckles falling off a cliff. I'm 90% sure that is from Sonic Underground, not Cowboy Hat Knuckles. I was thinking of something else. Hold on. My god, the way that edible is fucking hidden because it took me way too long to spell under. Yeah, no. That this Knuckles is from Sonic Underground. Oh my god. Wait, I'm just gonna share my screen. Saying that what I thought was a cartoon intro is actually intro to Sonic CD. Yeah, back to this. So the intro to Sonic CD, both the intro and the outro, which are both like animated, both of them were in the media along with the trailers for the Sonic Adventure games of Sonic Mega Collection. So I used to sit and like play the intro and the outro over and over and over again because like something about that was like so relaxing to me. Like like that is peak Sonic animation. Like that's I can't even like put my finger on it. Anyway, let me show you this hideous Knuckles. My cousin loved listening to that intro. Like God, it's so good. I don't think it's on this playlist, but it's been on a couple of my playlists. Triplets born, to see your warms of a triplets born. Where's my fucking shit? Fuck, why am I so big? Hi everybody, it's me, Pippi. Here I am. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. I'm just gonna show you all this fucking Knuckles. So much. Confused the fuck out of me trying to place where it's supposed to land in the game. I have actually never seen the Sonic OVA. Yeah, this shitty Knuckles is from Sonic Underground. Oh my god, wait. Here. Look at him. Look at him. All these like really terribly foreshortened images of Knuckles are from Sonic Underground. And there's like a couple like really iconic ones. Like there's this one. There's this one. Why did that move me, bitch? Bring me back. Damn. Yeah, just Knuckles Sonic Underground is... He sure is. Anyway. What did they do to my boy? I don't know. Failing the assignment on a new level. Say that smiling one specifically. Okay, I trust you. He looks rough, yeah. He looks fucking awful, genuinely.
He looks pretty bad. I unfortunately did not own any of the episodes where Knuckles miraculously appeared. Turn the music back on. But yeah, he was there. He certainly was there. And I just think about fucking Sonic Underground sometimes. With what luck? You just like, fuck it, Wikipedia. Sonic Underground. French American. Oh, it would be French American. Okay. Sonic Underground, in French, Sonic les Rebelles, is an animated television series co-produced by DiC Productions, Les Studios, blah blah, and TF1. It is the third Sonic the Hedgehog animated series and the last to be produced by DiC. It follows the main plot separate from all the other Sonic the Hedgehog media, where Sonic has two siblings, Sonia and Manic, that are collectively part of a royal family who were forced to separate from their mother, Queen Alina, upon Dr. Robotnik's takeover of Mobius due to a prophecy told by the Oracle of Delphius. Side note, specifically about the Oracle of Delphius. When the Oracle of Delphius, who is this like long snoot, like green alien thing, he's the guy who like tells Queen Alina that she has to like separate her children or whatever, and then one day when the prophecy is to be fulfilled, they'll all like meet each other again and, you know, kill Robotnik in cold blood. The Oracle of Delphius, he appears to each of the children at some point during their like quote unquote like coming of age. And he's the one that like brings them together because he tells them about their destiny, blah, 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 whatever. The scene where he meets Sonic is taking a nap, and he's the one who says, "Give up your children, separate, bide your time, lie in wait." That's that guy. That's the guy. Sonic is sleeping, and he's taking a nap, and there's he just cleared this like big fuck plate of chili dogs, and the Oracle of Delphius appears like in front of the couch where he's taking a nap, and he goes, "I am the Oracle of Delphius," and I swear to God, in a line read that has been baked into my brain since I was like 5, maybe younger. Jaleel White playing Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic Underground from the year, 1999. Delivers like the cleanest line read of like the what the who I've ever heard in my entire life. Sometimes completely unprovoked, somebody will say something to me and my head will go, the what the who? Like, it is one of those moments that like you remember like the first like moment you heard it, like down to the last detail. Like, I cannot escape Jaleel White's literally fucking perfect the what the who? Like, it's up there, it's baked in there, and it's never coming out. I'm gonna be like, you have to show the, I'll see if I can find it. I don't know how readily available Sonic Underground is. It's in the pilot. Hold on. Sonic Underground pilot. Wait. Is this actually the full episode of Sonic Underground? Oh my god. Triplets born. The triplets born. I see your horns of a triplets born. Give up your triplets. Triplets born. Oh wait. I like full screen it. Oh, never mind. I thought maybe that was the reason why it was so big, but yeah, the full thing is just on YouTube. At least the first episode. Okay. Where is it? Also in this show, they have a habit of calling him like Robotnik. Like, that's the joke, is that they like all three of them call Robotnik, which I haven't seen the other 90s Sonic shows, so I wouldn't know if that's like a running thing there too. He's already, hold on, wait, where the fuck, there's Uncle Chuck. Uncle Chuck spotted. Uncle Chuck moment. We could watch the full episode. It's probably fine. Can I get away with watching an entire episode of Sonic Underground? Is it like that level of obscure? Pogs and chat for Uncle Chuck. Pogs and chat for Uncle Chuck. Okay. YouTube for is probably fine. I don't want to get my ass beat just because I wanted to show you the what the who. Oh, it's this scene here.
Don't you do nothing stupid while I'm gone, you hear me?
Are there captions? Okay. They're auto-generated, but you know. This right here.
Who?
The time has come, Sonic.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Sonic,
whatever.
Your destiny awaits.
Yeah, tell it to wait outside. I'm too tired to care.
Easily remedied.
Good morning, Robotropolis! Oh yeah, I'm wide awake? How'd you do that?
Tell it to wait
Who are
outside.
you?
This show is
I am
corny.
the
It's funny as
Oracle
fuck.
of Delphius.
The what of who?
That. That right there. The what of who? I can't. I think this was the moment that the term iconography was defined for me as a person. This shit. Just
Good morning, Robotropolis!
A+.
Oh yeah, I'm wide awake? How'd you do that? And who are you?
I am the Oracle of Delphius.
The what of who?
I would have given him what is the voice actor equivalent of an Oscar, because Jaleel White deserves it for those 4 words alone. I don't need to watch the rest of the series. The what of who? Like, that's been sitting in my cerebrum for decades. Literal decades. It's fucking worth it. I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit is worth it. Okay. Just need that as an audio soundbite routine. Hell yeah. When I set up my Stream Deck, I'm putting it on the Stream Deck. What else can the Wikipedia page tell us? Da da da. I can't clip it for some reason. Oh no, he's too strong. Okay. I want something interesting. Give me something interesting about the show. Got any cool trivia? Okay. It is often claimed that the... Hold on. Come back. There we go. It is often claimed that the newly Sega of America CEO, Shoichiro Irimajiri, Soichiro Irimajiri, yeah, contacted Geek CEO Andy Hayward to make a new Sonic cartoon, which would help gain interest in buying their new console, the Dreamcast. Sonic Underground started production in early 1997, around the same time as the development of both the Dreamcast and Sonic Adventure had started. The show Bible was written as early as March 1997. The show was publicly announced as early as December 1997. When the show was in development, 2 episodes per week were produced, and the writers felt that they were not given enough time to tie everything together. Is that why Knuckles fucking looks like that? Because they were required to drop 2 episodes a week? Sorry, I've had issues, so I don't allow links in chat. If you want to throw it in the Discord server, if you're 100% ready. Or you can send it to me and I'll put it in my Discord server. Yeah, there you go. What was I reading? Is that why Knuckles fucking looks like that? Because they were required to drop 2 fucking episodes a week? That's fucking insane. the show was in development, 2 episodes per week were produced, and the writers felt that they were not given enough time to tie everything together in the plot, being limited to a 3-part origin saga for coherency. Deke used cattle calls to generate episode plots. Wait, what's a cattle call? An audition? Periodically, about 20 unaffiliated writers were brought into the studios to learn about the established characters and brainstorm possible plots for episodes, after which about 1 or 2 would be selected. That's fucking insane. That's actually crazy. According to Mike Pecrilo, when he was writing songs for the show, there were no storyboards done yet, so he could only work off the scripts, which often said what moral or lesson the song would be about in each episode. The show's animation was outsourced to the Taiwanese animation studio Hongying Animation, with the storyboards and main title animation done in Madrid, Spain by Milimetros S.A., also responsible for the Saturday morning Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon on Saturday AM, and some of the storyboards and Adventures of Sonic Hedgehog. Pre-production services provided by the Studio Ellipse layout services by all of animation, and video and audio to post-production services by Les Studios. Jesus, that's French as fuck. According to Robbie London, Sega of Japan had an active role in the approval process for Sonic Underground, going as far as to force Deke to reanimate characters with 5 fingers instead of the usual 4 due to Japanese association of 4 fingers with the Yakuza. Speaking of Sonic tracks that literally, pierce my soul the minute I hear them. While it was once believed that 65 episodes were made, of which only 40 aired, Ben Hurst, a main writer from Sonic the Hedgehog, who was also involved in Sonic Underground's production, stated that in a chat at Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2008 that only 40 were planned to be produced from the beginning. Sonic Underground first premiered in France on 6th of January 1999 and aired on TF1 on the TF block on Wednesdays and Sundays. 2 episodes a week, guys. 2 fucking episodes a week. Also, Sega of Japan officially approved that fucked up Knuckles. That is truly something. 2 episodes a week. Oh my god. 2 episodes a week. Jesus. In January of 1999, it was announced that Bobot Entertainment had acquired North American broadcast rights to the series to air on their BKN syndicated strand. The series premiered in the country on August 30th, 1999, on the company's then new BKN Kids 2 on weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Central Time and ran until October 22nd, 1999. 40 episodes in between August 30th and October 22nd. I still fucking can't believe that. The series also aired on the Sci-Fi Channel, which BKN had a broadcast deal with at the time. However, the episodes were supposed to air on Fridays, were skipped because of Double Dragon, and later King Arthur and the Knights of Justice were airing instead. Therefore, only 32 of the Sonic Underground episodes aired on that channel. In 2004, the show returned to syndicated television stations on weekends as a part of the Deke Kids Network. It, alongside fellow Deke series Mummies Alive, which I've never heard, new tab, were the only 2 programs to stand on the strand to not fulfill EI requirements. Regulations of the children's television programs in the United States. Oh, okay. It was probably something about not being educational enough then. The series, on January 19th, 2006, CBS announced a multi-year deal with Deke to broadcast some of their shows on CBS's Secret Saturday Morning Slumber Party segment, including Sonic Underground. That, I need somebody to praise me on that. That was some killer fucking alliteration right there, and I fucking killed it. I'm high as shit, and I killed it. Oh my god. However, the block would not end up running the show in the end. In 2009, reruns of Sonic Underground aired on the Firestone Communications. So, for round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week. A Hispanic children's station, channel 850 on the Time Warner cable in the United States, broadcasting the audio dubbed Latin Spanish dub. Actually, okay, I was talking to our good buddy Pato earlier in the week, and we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And voice acting. And he showed me the Brazilian dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, and why is it kind of killer? Like, it kind of rocks. It's kind of better than the English dub. Good God. I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of... Who did you kill while being high? Yeah, there he is. God, who fucking invited you? Wait, you took an edible? Yeah. I said that like hours ago. Where have you been, dog? Also, oh yeah. Reruns of the series aired on Disney XD. Comment, I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. Working. Oh yeah, you said you were gonna do that, lame ass. I don't remember the show airing on Disney XD. Huh. Reruns of the series aired on Disney XD starting June 11th, 2012 and ending on December 14th, 2012. This marked the second time a Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon is aired on a Disney-themed channel, with the first being Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog on Toon Disney from 1998 to 2002. The series aired in Canada on Teletoon. Pause my music so I can hear this shit. Hey, Spoon.
Spo it remains beefy. 9 months. Heyo.
Hi, how's it going, Spoon? Why does it feel like it's been a while since you've been like active in chat? 9 months. You could have had a baby with all the time you've probably spent watching me and fucking shit. 9 months. That's crazy. Thank you. It's been a month. It's been a month for sure. I mean, I feel like I've seen you, but you've been a little bit of a lurker, if I am to be quite honest. Which, that's okay. I know, like, I've been kind of hit or miss on the streams in general. Winter time is... Not winter time, but like the end of December, beginning of January time it's rather inconsistent for me. Just a slow period. But yeah, good to have you back, Hello Spoon. How have you been? How are things? We are reading Wikipedia pages right now. I'll be gaming with the homies on Fortnite, but I always struggle whenever I see you live real. Aw, thanks. I really appreciate that. Hello from your tabs. In the United States, Sterling Entertainment released a VHS DVD titled Dr. Robotnik's Revenge in July of 2003, containing 3 episodes, and a bonus Super Mario Bros. Episode on the DVD release. It was re-released by N-Circle Entertainment in March 2007 without the bonus Mario episode. I think I actually had this DVD. I would miss my firstborn's birth to be here. Thank you. Yeah, I think I actually had this Dr. Robotnik's Revenge DVD. The one without the Mario episode. The Sterling versions of The Adventures of Super Mario 3, King Koopa Catastrophe, and Legend of Zelda Ganon's Evil Tower DVDs also included 1 and 2 episodes respectively, as the DVD bonuses with N-Circle reissues of both releases excluded. Sterling Entertainment's VHS DVD release of Sonic Christmas Blast. Sonic Christmas Blast? What the fuck is that? What page is... Oh, it's an Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog special episode. Robotnik disguises himself as Santa Claus in order to force him into retirement and con the children out of presents during Christmas. During a visit to Robotropolis, Sonic and Tails rescue the real Santa Claus, who presents Sonic with a speedrun test due to a ring Sally Acorn gave him as a gift, serving as a key. After passing the test, Santa chooses Sonic to be his successor. Sonic now becomes Sonic Claus. What? Sonic Saves Christmas. Oddly, the special includes aspects of the Saturday morning Sonic TV shows such as Robotropolis and SWATbots, neither of which appear as they did in that series, and Sally Acorn, who appears in her regular design but with her pilot episode color palette. Said series had aired concurrently with the original run of Adventures but in a different time slot and had stopped producing new episodes by the time Christmas Blast premiered. Despite this, the special maintains the humorous tone of Adventures rather than the darker one of the Saturday morning series. Huh. Note, the letters page of issue number 41 of Sonic the Hedgehog's comic book promotes the special as an extremely Sonic Christmas, as this episode was originally going to be a tie-in for Sonic X-treme on the Sega Saturn. However, the game was cancelled, and the title was changed to a tie-in with Sonic 3D Blast instead. This is the only episode not to feature a Sonic Says segment at the end. Huh. Why are you reading Wikipedia about Sonic? I don't know. It's just what we ended up doing. Having fun. We're not reading the page about regulations on children television programming in the United States. That sounds boring as shit. Anyway, Shout Factory and Vivendi Entertainment have released the complete series Sonic Underground on DVD in Region 1 in 2 volume sets. Volume 1, simply entitled Sonic Underground, was released on December 18th, 2007, and contains the first 20 episodes of the show on 3 discs, with the disc 3 also including interviews with Deeks Robbie London, Mike Piccolo, Mike Pinocchio, an opening title animatic, and a concept art. A bonus 4th disc is an audio CD containing 8 songs from the series, including the opening theme, Sonic Underground Volume 2, was released on 17th of June 2008, featuring the remaining 20 episodes and another bonus audio CD featuring 8 more songs from the series. Sonic Underground received mixed to negative reviews. It was criticized for its complex plot with a large amount of differences from the games, although some critics have defined the music as catchy. David Cornelius of DVD Talk said, while many Sonic fans did not take too well to the changes, preferring the original Sonic cartoon to this stranger, sometimes darker, sometimes sillier incarnation, the series did win a small but loyal cult following. I fall more on the side of disappointment. For all the cleverness that went into crafting an all-new backstory, the episodes themselves are uninspired but acknowledge the simple fact that it scores well with its target audience. Games Radar called the show as one of the absolute worst Sonic moments, criticizing the extra characters and the complex plot. Patrick Lee of the AV Club panned the series, calling it one of the most artistic failures to ever come upon television and the result of several unrelated ideas forcibly squashed into one project. Comedian Chris Hardwick commented on the show's theme song, composed by Mike Pinocchio, claiming that the guy sounds like he's trying to win his ex-wife back. Oh my god. That's crazy. Oh my god. Susan Arend of Wired said the songs are actually kind of catchy in a Saturday morning cartoon kind of way, but the band still seems a bit out of place, especially when the instruments turned into weapons. Emily Ashby of the Common Sense Media said Sonic Underground has some good things to offer to kids, but only if they're ready for the complexities of its story, criticizing its complex plot but complimenting its low violence and ability to entertain children. I am not a Cocomelon parent. Your ass will sit down and watch Sonic Underground. Oh my gosh. The Sonic the Hedgehog comic from Archie Comics featured a story in one of its special issues in which Sonic Underground continuity was God. Can I start over? Can I start the whole stream over? Can I go back 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 47 seconds to start over? Spoon, do you know the plot of Sonic Underground? They might have a point here. Anyway, the Sonic the Hedgehog comic from Archie Comics featured a story in one of its special issues in which the Sonic Underground continuity was featured. According to the comic's plot, the reality in which Sonic Underground takes place in is one of many parallel universes that share elements of Sonic's own. In the story, Sonic Prime, hailing from Sonic Prime mentioned, hailing from the main universe in the comic series, joins forces with his counterpart and siblings to stop Dr. Robotnik, who has managed to assemble a monstrous battle machine known as the Giant Borg. It's called what? Okay, see you in a second, Bronte. It's called what? Giant Borg. Me when I roll up to the Wendy's drive-thru and they ask what I want. Robotnik obtained the pieces for this machine due to being mistaken for one of his own counterparts by Evil Sonic, an evil counterpart of Sonic's who later came out to be known as Scourge the Hedgehog. Fuck. I can't escape him. The Giant Borg. I should probably tell you one of the reason why I'm not too keen on Scourge is not because I've read the Sonic Archie comics, or I think he looks stupid, which to be fair, I think he does look pretty lame. But it's because on the online spaces that I grew up in, which is a weird thing to say, but it is somewhat kind of true. I don't know if this was like an all over internet thing or just the website that I was on, but excuse me. There was a weird phase where everyone and their mom was thirsting after Scourge the Hedgehog. Like I had like a really close friend of mine who was down bad for Scourge the Hedgehog. And I don't know, when I was a kid, I made a bright neon green Sonic with pink shoes that look exactly like Sonic's shoes with absolutely nothing changed. I feel like I invented that probably. What? That's so weird. Yeah, no, literally. And it wasn't just her, it was like other people too. Like there was like a dedicated like group of people that I was aware of, that I had a friend who was a part of, who their favorite hobby was thirsting after Scourge the Hedgehog. Anyway, hey Pato, welcome back. Is it still a thing? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. God. Anyway. The Sonic Universe spin-off comic was originally scheduled to feature an epilogue to the unfinished Sonic Underground for its 50th issue. However, for unknown reasons, this was replaced with the story focusing on one of Sonic's long-running enemies, Metal Sonic. The Underground epilogue was put on hold indefinitely due to Sega not permitting the show be featured in the comics. So it's not done? I haven't seen all the episodes. Is it not fucking done? Damn. That's unfortunate. Sonic fans be normal challenge impossible difficulty. Yeah, Sonic fans are really fucking weird. And they do shit like sit around and like force you to listen to them read off the Wikipedia pages word for word for their favorite like obscure piece of Sonic media. I don't know if I can fuck with them, to be quite honest with you. Like, that's just too fucking weird for me. They ruined the internet. Okay. Let's go to this show that I was reading about being produced by the same studio. Thank God we're normal. Produced by the same company that I had never heard of. Glad you're not a Sonic fan. Yeah, no, I don't. Sonic is just like, it's like really like not my thing. Like I don't, honest to God, like understand like the appeal of Sonic. I don't understand how somebody could really like vibe with that sort of thing. It's just not. Okay, Mummy's Alive. This is apparently produced by the same studio who did Sonic Underground, but I'd never heard of it, so we're gonna read this too. Mummy's Alive is an animated series from Deke Productions and Northern Lights Entertainment. It was originally aired for one season in 1997. The show was part of a general trend of mummy mania in the 1990s pop culture. People who were alive back then, is that true? People who were like conscious and awake back then, is that true? I remember there being a show about a mummy in the 2000s. I can literally see him. He is King Tut. What the fuck? What was that show called? Wait. Oh, what? Wait. No. Wait. I will find it. Tuttenstein. Right? Yeah, Tuttenstein. I don't know what the fuck it was called that. Tuttenstein is an American animated television series produced by Porchlight Entertainment for Discovery Kids based on the comics by Jay Stevens. The series first premiered on November 1st, 2003 and ended on October 11, 2008. Jesus Christ. That's a lot longer of a runtime than I expected a show like that to have. 39 episodes in between 2003 and 2008. Oh shit. There's some development help going on there probably. Well, no. No, yeah, that's 5 years. It's weird that it took 5 years. Anyway, the plot of Mummies Alive. In ancient Egypt, an evil sorcerer named Scarab kills the pharaoh's son, Prince Ramses, to become immortal. Entombed alive for his crime, Scarab revives in the modern world and begins to search for Ramses' incarnation, a San Francisco dwelling boy named Presley Carnarvon, to retrieve the spirit of Ramses so he can become immortal. Presley's bodyguards, Jakal, Roth, Arman, and Nefertina, along with Ramses' cat, awake from the dead to protect him from Scarab. They use the power of Ra to transform into powerful guardians. Wait, that actually kind of sounds baller. Wait a minute. That sounds like it fucks, actually. Can I get some pictures of this show? Curly Pops. Curly Pops. Curly Pops. Curly Pops. Wait. What is... Yeah, I can see why it went on for 5 years. Yeah, look at this shit. This is like... What is this? I would call this Furry Power Rangers, but I'm pretty sure Furry Power Rangers already existed at this point. What is this? They got the fucking Furry Gundam Power Rangers. They would fuck with this track. They absolutely would. Oh my god. Look at this. Yeah, okay, 100% justified. I might actually have to Google this show. I'll report back on if it's any good. That looks baller as hell. Oh my god, sorry. Sorry, Mummies Alive. I didn't know your game. Anyway. You must be the Furry Gundam Power Rangers if you think we fucking... Listen, I'm not in my right mind right now. Oh my god. That's kind of crazy. That goes really insane. California, am I right? What other trouble can we get into? I'm sorry, listen, you must be the Furry Gundam Power Rangers if you think we fucking is incredible. That's the raid phrase, do not let me forget. You must be the Furry Gundam Power Rangers if you think we're fucking is the raid phrase. Anyway. Mummies Alive had a budget of $10 million. I'm kind of down for it. Let's see. What else? What else? Tell me about the production. Originally, Mummies Alive was geared towards an older audience, but during production it became predominantly a children's show. Oh no. No. I like it when shows do the opposite of that. The series ran for one season of 42 episodes. The last two episodes linked together to the end of the show, but it appears as 38 through 40. were the finale of the first season. A second season was planned, but due to low ratings, it was canceled. Eric and Julia Lewald, writers and producers for Mummies Alive, were also ahead for the third season of Gargoyles animated series. New tab. Gargoyles mentioned. New tab. The programs share common plot elements, including a group of warriors from the past that awaken in the present to fight a wealthy, immortality obsessed enemy. Their initial difficulties in adapting to the modern world, the use of mythological figures in numerous episodes, and a recurring femme fatale antagonist. These similarities made Mummies Alive vulnerable to criticism, describing it as little more than a Gargoyles clone. Damn. Sorry about the reception. Harleen Ellen of the Chicago Tribune panned The Legend Begins. The saga jumps between the past and the present without warning, giving the story a disjointed feel. And while the animated adventure goes for laughs at times, the jokes generally fall flat. She was also critical of the series' animation. All of the characters move as if they have rigor mortis, mouths flap open and shut when delivering dialogue, giving them a primitive look. She gave the movie 1 star. Damn. Let's read about Gargoyles. Oh shit, it's almost 1 in the morning. Okay, we'll read about Gargoyles and then we'll get out of here. Gargoyles. Aw. Thanks for the Giphy.
So indoctrinated on _ Cayman _ into the
Okay.
chapel.
Gargoyles, also known as Gargoyles: The Goliath Chronicles for Season 3, is an animated television series produced by Walt Disney Television Animation in collaboration with Jade Animation and Tama Productions for its first 2 seasons and Nelvana for its final, and originally aired from October 24th, 1994 to February 5th, 1997. The series features a species of nocturnal creatures known as gargoyles that turn into stone during the day. After spending 1,000 years enchanted in a petrified state, the gargoyles, who have been transported from medieval Scotland, are reawakened in modern-day New York City and take on roles as the city's secret nighttime protectors. DS and I are gonna have a fist fight, except I'm gonna bring a high caliber rifle. Don't be mean to her. Mean to her. And take on roles as city's secret nighttime protectors. It's her first day on the job. You can't be mean to her. Gargoyles was noted for its relatively dark tone, complex story arcs, and melodrama. And her last spoon. Banned. Time out. Be gentle with her. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's very nervous. Melodrama. Character arcs were heavily employed throughout the series, as were Shakespearean themes. The series also received favorable comparisons to Cyber 6, Batman the Animated Series, and X-Men, a video game adaptation and a spin-off comic series released in 1995. The show's storyline continued from 2006 to 2009 in a comic book series of the same title, produced by Slave Labor Graphics. What the fuck? Slave labor. Girl, you can't. Slave Labor Graphics is an independent American comic book publisher well known for publishing darkly humorous, offbeat adult comics. Creators associated with SLG over the years include Evan Dorkin, Roman Dirge, Sarah Dyer, Woodrow Phoenix, Andy Watts. The what of who? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names here. I'm gonna hover over all of them. I need you to. I want you guys to wager on how many of them are white. Are you ready? Well, lock in your votes. Six people. How many of them are white associated with Slave Labor Graphics? Lock in your answers. Here we go. Evan Dorkin, white. Roman Dirge, white. Ooh, does Sarah Dyer not have a picture? No, Sarah Dyer is also white. Woodrow Phoenix has no photo. So we can't prove whether he is or is not white. Jonan Vasquez. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, okay, we get the 5 out of 6, right? Woodrow Phoenix is black. I Google him. Cool. That's two out of. Andy Watson also doesn't have a picture, so I wouldn't know. 2 out of the 6. 2 out of the 6. Everybody ring the bell. Diversity win. 2 out of the 6 people behind slave labor graphics are indeed people of color. Incredible. Okay, anyway. Once again revived by Dynamite Entertainment in 2022. Oh, Gargoyles got a revival in 2022? In 2023, a live-action reboot for Disney Plus was announced to be produced by Atomic Monster. That made Invader Zim? We can check. Yep, that is the creator of Invader Zim. Cool. And also a writer on Bravest Warriors. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome, yeah, cool, cool, cool. Premise. 1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night, we were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect. Frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now, here in Manhattan, the spell is broken and we live again. We are defenders of the night. We are gargoyles. Goliath's opening narration. Cool. I'm glad that slave labor graphics wasn't just 6 white dudes. I was honestly, given the time that it was created, I was really, 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 really expecting that to be the case. Something about, like, I don't remember where I was going with that. I'm high as shit. That train of thought just left, and I can already tell it's not coming back, so we're not even gonna try. The series features a species of nocturnal creatures known as gargoyles, blah, 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 blah. Turned into stone by day, focusing on a clan led by Goliath. In 994, the clan lives in a castle in Scotland. Most are betrayed and killed by humans while petrified. Shapato, shut up. Shapato, shut up. I saw that. Shut up. Train has left the station. Where's it going? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Most are betrayed and killed by humans while petrified, and the other remainder are magically cursed to sleep, i.e. be frozen in stone until the castle rises above the clouds. 1,000 years later, in 1994, billionaire David Zanatos purchases the Gargoyles Castle and has it reconstructed atop his New York skyscraper, the Erie Building, thus awakening Goliath and the remainder of his clan. While trying to adjust to their new world, they are aided by the sympathetic police officer. You had me. You had me. You lost me. And quickly come into conflict with the plotting Xanatos. In addition to dealing with the Gargoyles' attempts to adjust to modern New York City, the series also incorporated various supernatural threats to their safety and the world at large. Said no one ever. Literally the only thing popping into my head right now is that scene from Julia Work of Fiction. The only thing I can think of right now is that scene from Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, where Gwen whirls on her dad and goes, "You're a good cop, girl." Anyway, let's look up some pictures of gargoyles.
Gargoyles. Oh, there's a girl goyle. Look at that. Look at her. She's blue.
Looks very timely for a girl character in an 80s cartoon. Oh, this is for the comics. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, these two images are very different. I like dealing with cops, if you know what I'm saying. Guys, Pacho has brain rot. What are we gonna do? I don't think that's the same show. But yeah, this is kind of weird looking. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Please do not tell me that the gargoyle fucks the cop. No. Guys, I think the gargoyle fucks the cop. God. Guys. It was a different time back then. No, my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys. That cop was serving more than just justice. Fucking God. That's fucked up. Anyway, chat, would you fuck a gargoyle? Yes or no? Yes or no? You have to answer. I don't care if you're a lurker and you don't like the chat, you have to answer. You can feel your fingers being drawn to the keyboard to answer. Would you fuck a gargoyle? Yes or no? If you answer no, then I do require a multi-line explanation as to why you wouldn't do that. Go on. Explain yourselves. I'd like to get a knower first. There, see, there you go. Dinner and a movie first, buddy. Would scrape my spoon to see out. Why would you fuck a gargoyle? To that I answer, why wouldn't you fuck a gargoyle? I think you're too narrow-minded, Pato. Touche. You bring a fair point to the table. I know I do. That's why I fucking said it. Let me get the fuck out of here. Let me find someone to raid. Fuck out of here. He would sit on a rock, he would sit on a gargoyle. And I've sat on plenty of rocks in my life. Garg on my cliff. Oh my God. Okay. Literally, who is online? It's 1 in the morning. Fuck it. We're gonna raid Sethos. It's hot enough and has a hole, there's a way. That's what I like to hear, Pato. Okay. Thank you all for coming to stream. I really appreciate y'all being out here tonight. It is so lovely. Pato, let me introduce you to a volcano. 100%. Do a backflip. Put your dick in the goo. Please remember to put your dick in the goo. Be kind to yourselves and each other. Get up, go pee, stretch, drink some water. I don't know when I'll be back. I hope to be soon. This stream is actually much longer than I was intending it to be, but you know, it is what it is. Here's the raid message. Please, at least like 2 or 3 of you go dump that into his chat, because if it's just one person, I don't want to embarrass that person by just saying You must think we're the furry Gundam Power Rangers if you think we're fucking. But anyway, I can't see how much fucking time I have left until y'all like get rated. Hold on, let me unpin this. Why? Okay, wait. Okay. Oh, alright. Good luck with that, brother. Derogatory. Okay, listen, don't put derogatory. Don't do that. Okay, now that everything's like in order. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Please remember, when day is dark, always remember happy day. Be safe, stay warm, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye 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 bye.